running together, playing together. I mean, you see super teams with 3 players and they win NBA championships and they come together. But these are some of the greatest of all time coming together for a common cause. And man, they want it. They want it badly. And not just not to get embarrassed, but they want to win. And they've committed and they put in the time. And, you know, I don't even care what they're getting paid for it. You can see they wanted it badly. And man, they were up against it. They were looking at some extreme international humiliation. And for a long time, it looked like they were going to get beat. I thought for sure they were going down. The only reason they didn't get beat, or the biggest reason they didn't get beat, was Steph and Curry kept them in it. Steph shot lights out. Steph saved his best for when they needed it most. But he wasn't the only one. Troel stepped up huge. KD was big again. LeBron had another triple-double. So the guys that they needed to play big played big when they had to. Now, my half fam in Boston's like, yeah, well, what about Jason Tatum? The hell is Steve Kerr doing with him? I don't know. Ask Steve Kerr. I really don't even know the answer to that. I don't know why that guy can't get a sniff. I don't know why that guy can't get a minute. I don't know why a guy on his own team, who is arguably the 4th best player on his own team, is getting more minutes than him. I don't know. I know they survived and they advanced. That was a fun show. Fun show. Shop summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts and get 2 cans of O'Reilly brake cleaner for only $8. Offer valid in-store only. The professional parts people can recommend the right brake parts and supplies for your next brake job at O'Reilly Auto Parts. My thanks to Dylan Cease. I mean, really, my thanks to Dylan Cease, who set the table for the entire program. Nice job, D. You're welcome back anytime. My thanks to Andrew Whitworth, class act. One of the best guys ever. Hey, Tommy, you've been killing it. Go have a good week. You earned it. Alex Hardy, dude. Good job, bro. Great ponytail. Great job on the board. To the rest of the XR4TI, thank you very much. Clones, thank you. Have a great weekend. I will be back on Monday. See you then. Okay, picture this. It's Friday afternoon when a thought hits you. I can spend another weekend doing the same old whatever, or I can hop into my all-new Hyundai Santa Fe and hit the road. With available H-Track all-wheel drive and 3-row seating, my entire family can head deep into the wild. Conquer the weekend in the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Julia owed the IRS thousands.
I was paralyzed with fear.
Then
I heard a commercial for Optima Tax Relief.
Optima Tax Relief is the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and experts in the Fresh Start Initiative.
Optima Tax Relief settled my IRS tax bill.
Call Optima now for a free consultation.
It was amazing.
Call 800-359-6844. 800-359-6844.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit Optima Tax.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Ahlers. In this football season, when the 4th quarter ends, join me and the Pirate Radio team on the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show.
How'd you think the Pirates looked? What positives did you take away? What negatives? We'll talk about it all. 317-1250 is the number.
I'm excited about taking your calls and breaking down ECU football games all season long.
There's local politics, bud.
Game days will never be the same, so join us here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Letting you know about our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, certified vehicles, vehicles for every budget, starting at $799 and up. And don't forget, we have all your off-road accessories here with our Washington off-road packages. So bring your Jeep, Ram, or other maker model, and we will take care of your accessories for you. Also, check us out online at WashingtonCDJR.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208-516.
There is road work outside, but plenty of food and fun inside at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. Park right across the street and make your way in for a great lunch today or drinks with friends. There are over 40 beers on tap and plenty of new specialty cocktails to choose from. Don't forget about Singo on Tuesdays, trivia with DJ Captain Morgan on Wednesdays, local artist live music on Thursdays, and the best Sunday brunch starting at 10:30 a.m. Be sure to follow Fish Street Hardware on Facebook and Instagram for all the 411. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need to visit University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
I think this is pretty factual. Some of it's in the book about Vince Lombardi, When Pride Still Mattered, which is a really good book. When Red Blake was at Army and they were crushing everybody in the 40s, they had that massive cheating scandal at Army. They just cheated on tests. So they get kicked out, and there's a handful of them. I'm going to say it's over a dozen, maybe even more. And mysteriously, the best players all ended up playing for Frank Leahy at Notre Dame, courtesy of Mr. Joe Kennedy, JFK's dad.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
You already know, my guy.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
Hey, you ought to see me in the summertime. Drop that, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah, I missed the lunch meeting today.
I love Food Lion's magazine section, and I love using the bathroom and clogging it up.
That's nuts. I smash anybody's grandma.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Tell you what, I'm a turtle saver.
I don't like cocky Clip.
Where is Clip? Clip, what's up, dude?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And we'd love for you to hang out with us on Facebook Live and YouTube. What is on your mind on this Friday? We've got preseason football to talk about. We've got East Carolina football to talk about with a scrimmage on Saturday. We've got the world of college football and the NFL to discuss, and a whole lot more on this Friday. Shirley Rhodes is here. Intern Jarrett in the house. I'll get to this guy beside me in a moment. But coming up on today's show, we've got WCTI 12 Sports Director Brian North. We'll talk some Panthers, some Pirates, and more. Also, 4 o'clock, Tony Dunn, C3 Podcast. What did he see from the Panthers preseason opener last night? We will discuss that and other NFL news and notes. Morgan Ahlers joins us at 5 o'clock. Boy, Morgan is 2 weeks away from the high school huddle. as we talk high school football around the East. We'll discuss that and his appearance on the Holton Ahlers show. Awesome show. We'll talk about that. And we'll continue our advanced moving opponent previews. We'll talk some Tulsa football with Bruce Howard. Tulsa has been a thorn in the side of East Carolina the last couple of meetings. The Tulsa screw job in 2020. Tulsa beating East Carolina to wrap up the year last year. So we'll find out what the Golden Hurricane have coming in year 2 of Kevin Wilson when we talk to Bruce Howard in hour number 3. We got all that and more on the way on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Steve Hill says, Clipper! Go Gator.
Go Gator.
Steve also says, got our friend Woody in the car. Give my guy a shout out. Shout out to Woody.
What's up, my guy?
What's up, my guy? I need to come see you. Mickey and MJ and the Cards are missing you and ready to come see you. So let's meet up, Woody. Jamie is in the house with a hey now. Jerry says hello. Hello to you, Jerry. Happy Friday to you, sir, as we are in a football Friday mood. As I said, Shirley's here, Jarrett's here, and left side.
Strong side. Strong side.
How you doing, Sean?
What's up, Clipper? Happy Friday to you, my friend. Good to see you.
I want to go over to Facebook real quick and read this. 2 hours ago, Chandler Honeycutt put on Facebook, fall camp grind continues, 22 days until Pirate football is back. This month marks 8 years with Pirate Radio, and I wouldn't trade a single day for anything. Living the dream, photo credit, name redacted. Great picture of Sean on the practice fields. And I read that, and it touched me in my heart, John.
Did it really?
It did. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad that you are doing what you want to do. And that just makes me happy, man. Seeing my friends happy makes me happy.
Well, I appreciate that. That makes me happy. So, I'm very glad to be doing what I do, working for Pirate Radio, serving the Pirate Nation with great content. And I've had fun doing it all 8 years, 4.5 years of internship, and then 3.5 years, I guess, of being a full-time employee with sales and on-air personality. It's been an awesome journey, and I can't wait for the next 8 years.
We are your servers. You're out there saying, Garcon, can I get Pirate coverage? Of course. You may.
Coming right up, sir.
And nice and hot, fresh. Can you guys fart around for an hour? Absolutely. You got it. In fact, a double order of that.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Give me 2.
Whatever you want. We got it here. We got the Holton Ahlers show. We've got the Brian Bailey show returning Monday. The Greg Hudson show debuting on Saturday with his special guest, Skip Holtz.
And the graphics for that show, I saw it, a little snippet of it this morning. The teaser for tomorrow morning coming out 8 o'clock, the Greg Hudson show with Skip Holtz. The graphics, shout out to Big Dog. That show is going to be awesome visually and to your ears as well. So can't wait for Greg Hudson and Ellerby to sit down with Skip Holtz and make some turns.
We're going to turn, and then we're going to turn them all into turns. Can we hear Brian Meador say turn a bunch of times in the form of Skip Holtz?
What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to turn and turn some more. And when we're done turning, we're going to turn again. And then after we've turned 2 or 3 more turns, we're going to turn them all into turns.
Thank you. Jerry says, like Hogan joining the NWO, Sean may go heel on the air and take off his purple shirt and show his red shirt and announce he's joining Wolfpack Radio.
Now, why would I make that post?
And why would you spoil a great moment, Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry, you know what?
What are you doing, Jerry?
You know what, Jerry? You're a fraud. Because you're the guy that always wants nice radio, positive radio. When we're negative about something, you say, "Hey, let's be positive. Let's be happy." You're that guy. And I give a genuine, heartfelt moment to my friend, coworker, confidant, protege, Chandler Honeycutt, and you ruin it.
And the biggest...
You're a fraud, Jerry. You're a giant fraud.
And the biggest reason I posted that today is because I wanted the naysayers to know that I'm not going anywhere. I made that post to make it clear that I am Pirate Radio and I'm Pirate Radio only, and I'm Pirate Radio only for the future.
Now that makes me nervous.
I'm not a schlossnagel, okay?
That makes me really nervous.
I'm not a
Anytime
schlossnagel.
a coach says I'm not leaving,
I'm being serious.
Anytime a team owner says, "Oh, he's safe, he's not getting fired," what happens? Fired, leave. So that makes me really nervous that's why you put up that post.
No, that's not the reason. I wanted to post it because I wanted to show my appreciation for my job, and I wanted the people to know that I love what I do, and for that, I'm not going anywhere.
Will you stop saying that? God, that makes me so nervous. Chad says, "Bang, bang, chat gang." All right, news and notes. Of course, we'll get to the Panthers. I guess we can start there. Did you do a selfie pic today before the show?
No. I can do one right quick.
Have you done one this week?
No. I haven't.
Do you really love your job? I think you posted that because you think you might get fired because you suck at your job so bad. Because you don't do anything you're supposed to do around here.
I'm sorry.
That is funny. Yeah, do one real quick.
All right, sure. Live on the air?
Yeah, and then you're going to have to post it too.
I hate taking selfies.
Hey, what's up? All right, there you go. Now you may have your job safe for at least another week. Chandler, the Panthers look mid-season form last night.
Oh, my gosh.
Couldn't put the ball in the end zone.
That was awful, and I know it's preseason. But what I watched last night was absolute disgusting. I don't care if it was third, fourth strings. I really don't care. You need to score in a football game. I don't care if it's peewee football, flag football, high school, JV, powder puff, which I coached in high school, by the way. I don't care. And guess what we did in that game? We scored. We scored a touchdown. And is that what the Panthers did last night? Absolutely not.
All right, hold on. You were in high school. You coached a powder puff football team?
Yes.
Like in a league?
No, it was like the seniors.
Okay, one game? Mm-hmm. Did you win?
Yes, we won.
1-0?
Yes.
All right. Did you call plays?
I did. Me and running back Dylan Kinlock did.
Y'all had it on Kinlock?
Yes.
All right.
That was a lot of fun.
Chandler, it's great. You said you're going into year 8 or whatever. Like, I'm learning new things about you every day. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Class president, powder puff coach.
MC of the Miss Lakewood pageant.
MC of the Miss Lakewood pageant.
That was won by a freshman.
A freshman.
It was won by a freshman. It was an upset.
Did you like go creepy Musburger and stuff? Like, oh, look at this one. Well,
no, you better find your girl that's going to be in the Miss Lakewood pageant. Get out there and put on a crown.
How's the crop of talent there in the Miss Lakewood pageant?
It was a good crop.
Good crop.
Yeah. Oh. We had dancers. We had singers. I don't want to run.
Okay, so on that note, there was something I wanted to do. I've been thinking about it. Do y'all ever, like, when you're laying your head down at night, your mind starts to go different places? Mm-hmm. And do you think about ideas? Do you do that, Jarrett? I'd love to hear some of your warped ideas in your mind. What are you thinking about in that brain of yours?
Mostly jokes.
Okay, I like that.
I feel like he would think about Woodstock or something in his bed.
Woodstock?
If I lived
Because it's old.
Like the bird from Peanuts?
Okay, yeah, sure.
If I lived in Mayberry, what would be my
I have
job?
had that thought plenty.
Are you a fan of the Andy Griffith Show?
Yeah.
Yes!
Growing up in North Carolina, you gotta.
Yes. I think Jared is the best parts of both of us. He's a sports guy, and he's old. He's an old soul.
Just like me.
Yeah. I feel like if we were scientifically able to have an offspring, Sean, it would be Jared.
Gross.
Oh, my God. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. No.
So the idea I had was, John, I want the chat gang to give us some phrases and words, and I want to see if we could write a complete song, and we'll have like a generic backing that Shirley can find on YouTube or something.
Mm-hmm.
But by the end of the show, have a song written.
Okay.
Do you want to try to do this?
Sure.
I mean, if we're going to do it, we got to go all in on it.
Or do you want to go all in? I guess the question is, do you want to do it?
I'm a little nervous now.
You're the one that came up with the idea.
Because it's such a great idea when it's like 12:15 a.m. and I'm trying to go to sleep. And I'm like, this will be fun. But then I come on the show, I'm like, is this going to be fun? Is this doable? I think it's doable. Let's try it out. All right. Jamie, Jerry, Derek, Steve, and everybody else out there, Chad, give us some words, give us some phrases, one at a time. And we're going to try to incorporate them into a song by the time we leave at 6 o'clock. Let's see if we can do it. All right. John, Panthers. Overall, your thoughts were putrid.
Jack Plummer should never be in a Panthers uniform again.
Where'd he go to school?
Louisville.
Okay.
Started off at Purdue, then went to California, finished his career at Louisville.
Hey, Jack, take a look at your ID. Read your last name. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. You would make a lot of money. He played most of the game, and then Luton came in late, and he looked a lot better than Jack Plummer, but just couldn't do anything offensively. Seen that before. We saw it all last year. I just thought that, I don't know, it just seemed very vanilla. And I'll talk about this with Tony when he shows up. I think we have a soft coach.
Ooh. Half a training camp, one preseason game, soft coach.
No, and maybe it's just his first press conference, but he's up there saying, hey, our guys tried. They tried hard. I love the effort. I loved, us flying to the football. I thought we tackled well. We were awful last night. We sucked. Okay, but can you at least say, my God, what we did tonight should never happen again the rest of the preseason and the rest of the regular season? What was shown on that television last night and in Foxborough last night was disgusting football, and I don't care if it was third or fourth string quarterbacks and an offensive line and a defensive line. It was absolutely disgusting. I don't want to hear effort. I know these are guys trying to make the team, but I want to hear from my head coach say, this was a bunch of dog crap, and we have to fix it. And with the guys that we have playing tonight, they're going to learn to fix it. I want our starters to see what went wrong. I want them to know that, hey, we need to do this better. I don't want to hear about effort. This is professional athletes. I hope they would give effort. I hope they would go all out. I hope these guys would go all out because they're trying to make a team. They're fighting for their life. They're fighting for their job. But can you at least say, we suck tonight? And he didn't say that at one bit.
I hear your frustration. Trust me. As a football fan of a certain football team, I live my life frustrated. But I don't think the coach can come out and hit a panic button after one preseason game and freak
It's not
out
even
like
a
that.
panic button. And I don't want him to say it like I did. I'm just saying that from a fan's perspective. I do want him to say, look, what we did tonight was awful. We need to do a lot better. We needed to execute better offensively. I will say that we did tackle really well in open space. But when it comes to the offense, that was absolute. We had negative 12 passing yards in the first quarter. I just want to hear, I hope he's not one of these guys that, just never says, everything's hunky-dory. I love the effort the guys that gave. That's awesome to say, but, if you're going to say that, also say, hey, look, they gave great effort, but we were not good at all tonight. It was not good. I know he's a first-year head coach. It was his first post-game press conference, but and it was only 4.5 minutes. And I just took away from that, man, what a soft press conference that was after you did nothing to show.
That soft word coming up a lot. I think he's too pretty. I think he's too cute. Yeah. I like my coach to be a little bit ugly, a little dirty, a little
rough around the edges.
Yeah,
a little rough,
like a Chucky, man.
Oh man,
like a John Gruden.
I'll tell you what, better execution. I want better execution.
Let's think about the greatest coaches in sports
currently,
and just we can go all time, but like football, Belichick. He's not. He's like maybe ruggedly handsome, I guess, but he's not pretty.
Not at all.
But he's getting like 24-year-old girl.
He's got money. He's got success.
That's true.
He's got to be a funny guy. I mean,
Nick Saban,
distinguished.
He's the distinguished gentleman, but he's not pretty. Let's go basketball. Phil Jackson, nah,
Yeah, God, no.
hideous.
Disgusting.
Name some other coaches.
Tom Thibodeau.
I wouldn't put him on my greatest list, but I certainly wouldn't put him in my Miss Lakewood pageant either. He's not a pretty man. Tom Thibodeau.
I just said his name because he's ugly.
Bobby Cox, not a pretty man. Joe Torre, ugly son of a gun. Pop. Woof. Woof, woof.
Smell that? That smells like ugly.
What do these guys have in common? Ugly, but ugly.
It's like in SpongeBob. He says, Patrick, am I ugly?
Got a bunch of butterfaces running the leagues around here.
Andy Reid.
Ugly. Uggo. Big time Uggo. Big time fat Uggo.
Ugly. Fugly.
That's a good call there, Sean. Let's see, who else won some Super Bowls?
John Madden.
Ugly guy.
Yeah.
A turducken.
Bill Parcells. No thanks.
Holmgren.
Homely is more like it. I'm telling
Dom Capers.
We are on to something here, guys.
No, you want to see ugly. This is going to be ugly of me.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing that's so ugly?
You want to see?
Now, there's a couple. That's just mean. He's old, John.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Dom, you cannot have hair that dark at your age, sir.
At 74.
Dom.
Just look at printer ink.
All right, now I'm starting to feel bad.
My mom asked me,
Dom Capers ugly.
Was I going to color my hair? And I was like, no. I'm going whatever it does.
All natural.
Yeah. If it goes gray, it goes gray. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe if you're on like TV or an actor, they probably force you to do that stuff. But I don't know. I just kind of want to go natural. Tom Landry, I would go back to the distinguished.
Yeah.
Joe Gibbs, love him. Not a handsome guy.
Jimmy Johnson?
Now, Jimmy Johnson, he's got that like.
He's got that charisma.
That party guy. Like,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah. Like, he's party guy.
But he's dirty enough and slimy enough.
PRT. Why? Because I gotta.
He's slimy enough that it makes him a little bit ugly.
Bill Cowher.
Oh, man. That jaw? Would you go on a date with that jawline? No. Hey, Bill, is there a movie you want to see? And he's spitting all over you trying to talk? This was a bad idea. You take him to a movie, he's spitting on the people in front of you.
Hey, when'd you get your cup refilled? No, that's just his spit back there. When'd you get water? I thought you had Pepsi. No, that's Bill Cowher's spit.
Jamie says Chuck Noll, old ugly guy. George Seifert, not an attractive man.
What about
Vince Lombardi, uggo?
What about Chuck the Chest?
Yeah.
Chuck Amato.
Again, Butterface. He's got that great chest. He's got those bright red shoes.
Was it John Fox with Denver a couple years ago? He's ugly.
Oh, Gary Kubiak won the Super Bowl.
All right, well, they're both ugly. I mean,
dude, our scientific experiment is over. We have turned in our results, and it shows. Pretty coaches don't get the job done. Now, you're going to give me like a Calipari or a Patino. Again, the slime factor with those.
Sean McVay.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's just really young.
Experiment exploded.
Give him like 10 more years and he's going
to be ugly.
Yeah.
We have an issue with like
Mike McDaniel.
We have an issue with McDaniel, McVay, and Shanahan. That we've got these young coaches that are
Lincoln Riley.
Well, maybe if Kyle Shanahan uglied it up a little bit.
Exactly.
He wouldn't blow a big game.
Thank you.
You ugly it up. Hey, get ugly.
Chad's got a dynamic duo of amazing coaches and faces you wouldn't want on your dog. Dean Smith and Mike Krzyzewski. Man, maybe is ECU hiring too pretty of basketball coaches? Mac McCarthy, gorgeous.
Jeff Levo,
stunning.
Jeff Levo, a doll. Joe Dooley, oh my gosh. Joe Dooley, knock your socks off.
Love Joe Dooley.
Ricky Stokes, yes please.
Give me 3.
I think we found the problem.
Mike Schwartz, Aruga.
What a great segment. All right, let's take a break.
So what you're telling me is that for the Panthers to get good, we need to hire one ugly.
I mean, Matt Rule was pretty.
SOB.
Matt Rule was ugly.
Oh,
He just couldn't figure.
And so was his coaching.
Yeah.
Shirley John Dickens says, is that our guy? Johnny D?
Oh, Johnny D.
Sean Payton looks like Kenny Chesney daddy.
Come on, guys.
Jamie says, will Coach Mac block or unblock for calling him gorgeous? I don't know. Give it a shot. Just say, Mac, you are a gorgeous man, and see what happens. You knew Susan Deans was not going to give any passes to Dave Canales. She said, tell them, Chandler Honeycutt, he gets no grace from me. Yes, 2 clean around the edges, 3 wins, maybe. She also said David Tepper is dog ugly. Okay. Now it feels mean.
Hey, Susan, I agree.
All right, let's take a break. When we return.
Is your coach ugly? I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Dan Quinn, I think he's ugly enough to be a winner. Antonio Pierce, he's got the rugged thing. I mean, he's a football player, so he's kind of dirty. Shirley's, I guess good thing for Shirley, Mike McDaniel's not classically handsome. He's got a little rat face to him.
He's nerdishly handsome.
Yeah, he's like that, yeah. Like you wouldn't date him, but you'd friend zone him.
Oh,
because he's a nerd. Yeah.
All day.
Bob Huggins.
Jamie has a different experiment going. Jim Mora Jr., pretty, but a bad coach. Okay, well, you know what? There are outliers in every experiment. We'll be back with more of whatever this show is after this.
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
Country music star Sarah Evans will be coming to the Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, on September 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see Sarah Evans on September 14th at WeldonMillsTheater.com. Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
This is Holton Ahlers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holton Ahlers Show.
Want a burger with attitude? Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place to get it. Located just off of Greenville Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center and a short distance away from Downey Ficklin Stadium, Bad Daddy's has a lineup of chef-inspired burgers, giant chop salads, the famous badass margarita, and a fabulous selection of local craft beers. Get started with Not Your Mama's Deviled Eggs or fried pickles before diving into one of their juicy burgers like the bacon cheeseburger on steroids. Or spice things up with the Heat Wave Burger. People have called their burgers totally insane, but they'll take that as a compliment. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
Here it is, a first down. Pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers. They have one of the biggest used car inventories in eastern North Carolina. You can shop online today at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
In less than 24 hours, Chon has gone from this is our year to hating the new Panthers coach. And I see why. Let's play those comments when Tony's here.
Okay. Yeah, and it's like 3 minutes. It's not.
We'll just play that little part I just heard.
Look, you listened to 5 seconds of it and you already understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He said the guys ran and played hard.
They ran.
That's how he started his press conference. Well, Coach, I'm glad they didn't walk, that's what it looked like they did last night.
No walking out there. When our receivers don't walk routes, they run routes.
We're running.
Yeah. We don't have a walking back. We have a running back. All right. Right now, we will head out to the Pirate Radio Live line, talk to Brian North here on this Friday. He joins us on Pirate Radio Live. North, how you doing today, man?
Doing great. Hope you are, Mr. Clipper.
Yeah, getting through all this rain, and Debbie coming through, and what a weird storm that was for us in eastern North Carolina. I mean, yesterday we thought it was going to be a pretty bad day all around, here in Greenville, and we surely got some rain, but also got some sunshine. And but then you kind of look 2 hours later, you might have a tornado warning. So this was a weird one here for us in the east.
Yeah, typical rain band storms with the coming and going, but the tornado warnings that we had, and as many as we had, so few touched down, which is, look, we're thankful for all of that. So it could have been much worse, and now we'll try and dry out because our weathermen are telling us we could even have another storm headed our way next week.
Yeah.
So yay for that. But making it through this one, we've got some flooding rivers that are going to happen first before we get through this weekend and next week. So just keep an eye on that stuff, roadways, that sort of thing. But so far so good as far as injuries and affecting people's lives greatly. It hasn't been too bad so far.
Brian North joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line here on a Friday. Funny moment, Brian, last Saturday when we were getting audio from Mike Houston. Luke Schwartz, who I like where he was going with it, just might have took the wrong path to get there with Mike Houston, but was describing a play they ran at practice and went into a little too much detail for Coach Houston's liking, and led to a funny moment. And then he followed that up a couple minutes later by saying, Coach, you've been coaching forever. And again, he was not saying Mike Houston was old, but was trying to get to a point. So I like where Luke was going again. Maybe needs to go to MapQuest or something to take a different route. But a funny moment there. Have you had a conversation with young Luke about those questions?
So I was tipped off through this media interaction. I guess apparently he threw my name out there hoping for a lifeline to save him.
Forgot about that. Let me bring that up real quick, too. Mike used to say, what's your name? And he said, I'm with Brian North. He didn't even say his name. He immediately threw yours out there, which was awesome, I thought.
Yeah, and so I had an informant tell me that. And so I immediately started questioning. And at first he's like, oh, no, everything was good. And I said, okay, now tell me the truth. And then he's like, well, yeah, I had a couple of questions that were great. I got great answers, but apparently the questions came out a little funny at first. I go, okay, now tell me the real truth. So, can I tell him all the time? Just be simple. You don't have to do this ESPN 30 for 30 question trying to make everybody cry every time. Just get to the point that you want. You don't have to. The one thing I've always told reporters, you don't have to prove to everybody how smart you are by trying to describe or decipher a play to make you seem like you're knowledgeable. Just ask the simple question part of it. And so the one thing as a young reporter I don't think he realized is that coaches are very protective of what they're doing. And they tell us as camera people, do not shoot wide. We don't want people to see our formations because coaches are crazy now.
Yeah.
Coaches are scouring news sites and YouTube and anything they can to try and get an advantage. So they always tell us shoot tight so they don't see formations, they don't see things that can tip them off that they like to see on coaches' film. So then Luke does the golden the sin of describing a play where everybody is that, again, somebody could find and use that information to help them when it comes to scouting. So that was just a rookie mistake of him trying to show how much he was paying attention, but not realizing he was breaking one of the golden rules of not giving away a coach's secret.
Yeah, and I get it. Sometimes I do it. I kind of frame the question and give a little background before I go in and ask the question. And you're right. If you could tighten it up, that would be the best way to go about it. And speaking of teams and coaches being crazy, we talked about that last Friday on the show with Tony Dunn from the C3 podcast, because one of his cohorts on the podcast is a drone pilot and took one to Panthers training camp and had all these cool shots and was basically getting it for, I guess, content. Hey, check this out. Panthers training camp. Look at all the guys on the field. But somebody from the Panthers found out and basically tried to get him to delete it all and everything, but I guess he knows all the rules and he was within the rules. But anyway, anything that gives off just any kind of hint that this might be what this team is doing, coaches freak out about. They are control freaks, and for good reason. Their job is on the line. So it's kind of a tricky situation there.
Well, we've seen the Michigan allegations, having a coach on the other sideline tried to steal plays. Bill Belichick's been accused of having cameras filming other teams' practices. So the paranoia is there for a reason. And then you throw in the fact, like for the Panthers, they have the element of surprise this year with a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new philosophies that other teams haven't been able to scout yet. So you kind of want to have the element of surprise going into your first game. And same thing with Mike Houston. He's got a new offensive coordinator here now, and so he's not trying to give away everything. That's the element of surprise they have for those first couple of games. So I get why they're paranoid. I get where everybody else is trying to steal stuff. But I always just go back to, just be better. Just block better, tackle better, fundamentals better. You should be able to know my plays, and I should be able to execute those plays if my players perform better and execute better. But look, these guys get paid a lot of money for so few games and trying to win so few games that they play. So I get where they're trying to get whatever small advantage that they have.
Brian North joining us. Brian, what station were you at before joining WCTI 12? Do you remember the letters there?
WHSV in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
All right. Well, apparently you went over on your sports a couple too many times. You ate fast food and left trash on the table, and they have given you a show cause, and you will not be able to work there for the next 4 years, Brian.
Yeah.
And if they try to hire you back, they'll have to go to a board and explain why they want to hire Brian North back after he had all these allegations. I bring this up for the Jim Harbaugh news this week, where he gets the 4-year show cause. He just won a championship at his alma mater. He's off to the NFL. He's left college football in the dust. He's not going back for any reason. And so this is such a nothing burger. I guess the NCAA trying to flex like they still have some enforcement, I guess. I don't know what the end game is here. And this isn't, by the way, you brought up the cheating stuff, Connor Stallions. This is for the COVID contact or whatever he did there. So just a giant nothing here from the NCAA.
I guess if they don't do anything, then they get accused of doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I guess I always say, all right, so what should they do? What is their other option of what kind of penalty can they enforce where it actually means something outside of trying to vacate championships? And I don't even know. Outside of having a big fine and paying back a lot of money, that's really the only place you can hit college chancellors and athletic directors is by hitting them in the wallet, but I don't even know if that matters anymore. So I always say, what's the better option? But I'm sure the NCAA is sitting there going, well, we can't not do anything, so let's just do something, even though there's nothing to the something that they're trying to do.
Yeah, talk to Greg Hudson every Thursday. He said that colleges need to go the NFL route and just dole out these fines. And if the schools are going to start to pay the players, like it looks like it's going to directly, then the players can also be fined part of their salaries with the schools. So he said all these other things don't really matter when it hits your wallet. You start to care about it a little more.
That's it. Everybody cares about their money, and so you start getting into that, that's when you start getting people's attention. So I've always said, if you want something to change, if you want to enforce a law, enforce a rule, enforce something, you make the penalty so severe that you really make people think twice about actually doing it. So when it comes to this amount of money we're talking in college athletics, it has to be a severe financial penalty to get anybody's attention.
Brian North joining us. Brian, I got a scrimmage coming up on a Saturday as ECU continues to have their quarterback battle with Jake Garcia and Caden Hauser, and I doubt we'll get any news on that as far as a starter coming out of Saturday, but hopefully we'll at least know a little bit more than we did heading into the scrimmage, but we'll see on that part. Anything else, Brian, we should look out for storyline-wise, player-wise for the scrimmage coming up Saturday for ECU?
I don't know if you'll get much coming out of it. I mean, I was interested that Mike Houston said his offensive line was way ahead of it where it's been in the past, and I think that's always great news to hear because I'm a believer in the success of your team always comes from the trenches. And so the defensive line, we know, returns some starters. They're high on the defense. But when he said the offensive line played well, and we got to see basically 5 snaps of full contact the other day in practice, and the first was a Jake Garcia run where they're not allowed to tackle him anyways. Also interesting that he was with the first team for that day when you start parsing Mike Houston's words in the press conference. So the offensive line looks good. I kind of want to see whether points-wise or length of touchdowns. So I'll be looking for a few stats there, but it's so hard to tell early on. Position battles, I think, besides quarterback, You want to find who else are going to be some playmakers, tight end, wide receiver stuff. I think the running back room is pretty stout again. You'll see a lot of different guys there. So, no, I think for the most casual fans, I think they just want to know who the quarterback's going to be, and then see what happens when they roll out August 31st.
Brian, on to the Panthers, who lost last night to the Patriots 17-3 in preseason action. Kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. If the Panthers win and look good, you can say it's just preseason. If they look horrific like they did, you say, uh-oh, here we go again. But no Bryce Young, not a lot of huge names. We'll talk to Tony Dunn and Chandler more about it at 4 o'clock. There are a few names in the box score. Terrace Marshall, no catches on 2 targets. Mingo, no catches on 1 target. That they want to see something from those guys, those young receivers this year. Also, just for me, I had no idea Felipe Franks, former quarterback in college football, was playing tight end for the Carolina Panthers, but he had a catch last night. But Panthers lose, was not pretty. Dave Canales getting 1 preseason game under his belt. Anything to read into the loss for Carolina last night?
No, because they didn't play anybody, and I'm telling you, they're going to stay so vanilla because they don't want to show anything for their offense before the season opener. And I would have liked to see Bryce Young out there just because you want to have coach to quarterback communication, calling in plays, just timing some of those things. But I think offensively they're not going to show anything. The only thing I gleaned from last night's game, and this was from a local perspective, is David Wallace, who's trying to make the Patriots roster, had 3 returns, 1 on a kickoff and 2 punt returns. And it opened a few people's eyes. They were, 37 yards total on the punt returns, but still it was enough to make people notice number 30 out there in the field. So I enjoyed that, hoping the guy can somehow make the roster, really hoping he can make the practice squad because he's an amazing story. He's a military kid who moved around, played 2 really good seasons at Croatan where he played all over the place, went to a Division III school at Randolph-Macon where he had a really nice career, finished strong his senior year, now getting this chance, and all of a sudden he's getting Edelson comparisons. So would love to see that story, but that really was the only thing I took out of last night's game.
Brian North joining us, hoping to see Isaiah Winstead make some plays for the Jets when they take on the Commanders tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit of Jaden Daniels and what he can do in his first professional game, albeit a preseason game. We'll keep an eye on the Cowboys Sunday. Julius Wood trying to make that roster, former Pirates safety there. Brian, how about any other local guys that are playing preseason? Got any names, any guys to watch out for that played in Eastern North Carolina?
Yeah, former Havelock star and ECU offensive lineman Avery Jones trying to make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers roster.
Okay.
It's offensive lineman, so it's going to be hard to tell, but we'll keep an eye on him. He's a guy who kind of snuck into camp. Let's see, Contavious Street with the Falcons. We'll see if he gets increased playing time. Mike Hughes from New Bern, also with the Falcons, listed as a backup cornerback right now. He's a guy who might get cut if he doesn't have a good camp. Cornell Powell, obviously, we're watching with CP to see if he can finally get that shot with the Chiefs, or if he gets let go and catches on with another team. So those are basically the ones that we're keeping an eye on. Got a lot of guys who are kind of on the bubble right now.
Brian North joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Are we racing yet, Brian? Let me check the NASCAR schedule.
I think we got this weekend off because of Olympics, because ABC has a television contract, and Olympics have their closing ceremony, so I think they have this weekend off, and then they start racing the following weekend, I believe.
Wait a minute. Looks like maybe things will wrap up in time because we got 6 o'clock Richmond coming up on Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah. Okay, so they'll wrap up the Olympics and then go right into racing.
And go right into it. There you go. Good Sunday. Good sports Sunday on tap. Brian, any nuggets today before we let you go?
Bam Adebayo trying to win his second Olympic medal, second Olympic gold medal. I got a 2-parter for you for your clip trivia contest.
Okay.
Still doing that?
Actually, we just started at the Buccaneer Music Hall this past Monday, and we'll give it another go this Monday. So no AJs, but the show must go on, Brian.
Yeah, I was going to say, right. You guys got the pink slip there. AJ McMurphy's. All right, so Bam Adebayo trying to win his second gold medal. Do you know who holds the record for most Olympic basketball gold medals for Team USA.
I believe it's two guys, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony.
I think Kevin can tie Carmelo this year. I believe Carmelo has the record, and Kevin Durant can tie him.
Okay.
And I can only think of one other guy from the 252 area who has an Olympic basketball gold medal besides Bam.
Oh, from the 252.
And it wasn't 252 back then, by the way, so that'll give you a little bit of a hint. It was before the area code changed, but from Eastern North Carolina, that would be in the.
Is it Dominique?
No.
Who is it?
You know what? I'd have to check on that to see if that. I didn't think he played the Olympics.
Well, he wasn't on the Dream Team, so he might have never played in the Olympics. Yeah.
Right, because he would have been 1980-ish when they didn't have the team, right? So.
And maybe 84, but he was probably too young then, I guess.
I think he was in the NBA by then, wasn't he?
Yeah, and they went amateurs until 92, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Who's the guy?
Arguably the greatest basketball player from Eastern North Carolina, Walt Bellamy from New Bern, who won a gold medal in the 1960 Olympics, is in the NBA Hall of Fame, was an NBA Rookie of the Year. Walt Bellamy is your other gold medalist from Eastern North Carolina.
Heck of a nugget there. Born in New Bern, North Carolina, died in 2013. Did he ever come back or anything? Did you ever see him during your CTI days, Brian?
Oh, yeah. Met him when he was inducted into the New Bern Hall of Fame. He was back a few more times. He's got a street named after him. Where he lives, he's got a little park named after him. But met him, and look, I never had a long conversation with him, but I was able to interview him real briefly and meet him. And so, yeah, then he passed away in 2013. But when you start looking at his career, kind of a appreciated career for what he did. Of course, he played at a time with great big men, but he was one of the best because he's in the Hall of Fame.
Great nugget today, Brian. Not only educating the listeners, but educating me, and I appreciate that. North, have a great weekend, man. We will check in with you again next week.
All right, sounds good, Clipper.
There is Brian North joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line, on a Football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 1. Tony Dunn joins us hour 2. The good, if there was any, the bad, and the ugly from last night's Panthers preseason game, and what the guys want to see moving forward, the remaining 2 games of the Panthers preseason. We'll talk about that and a lot more hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Morgan Ahlers and Bruce Howard, play-by-play voice of the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, join us as well as we roll on. Back with you after this.
This is Mark Pascal of Should Have Been Cowboys. The Pirate Radio football kickoff party at the State Theater is August 29th, and we'll be there playing some 90s country gold. Be there.
I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, "Be skinny, have you ever thought of running away?"
The Pirate Radio football kickoff party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, barbershop quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4
for free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Cliff Godwin, the head baseball coach at East Carolina University. I've been a Pirate Club member since I graduated in 2001, and you should too. By joining the Pirate Club, you become part of a family that helps our student athletes flourish on and off the field. When you enroll as a member, you're not just getting a membership, you're getting a front row seat to the action. To join, visit ecupirateclub.com or call 252-737-4540 today. Go Pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Pirate Radio, no one can outwork us. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you always dreamed of having your own backyard oasis? Elite Pools in Greenville can make that dream a reality. The professionals at Elite Pools are experts in fiberglass and gunite pool installation and renovation, and their goal is to deliver the highest quality at an affordable price. Visit the Elite Pools showroom in Greenville across from Agri Supply, or visit their website at elitepoolsnc.com. Transform your backyard into a destination with Elite Pools, or give them a call at 689-6557. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, ton of respect to East Carolina University for doing their part, helping out with the softball, Little League Softball World Series games being played right now over at East Carolina Softball Stadium due to all of the rain and everything that went down this week at Elm Street Park.
East Carolina getting some publicity.
Absolutely.
On ESPN2.
Looked great.
Yes.
Pennsylvania up 1-0 early on the Philippines. Shirley informed me that the Pitt County team will be playing at 5 o'clock.
All right, sweet.
So they are getting in a ton of games today, making up for lost time. But it is cool to see East Carolina, the softball stadium, represented on ESPN2 as we get a wide shot of it now. And we see the track in the background and beautiful scoreboard, and looks great. So we're getting some good pub from this, and credit to the folks at ECU for that.
And there's some great softball going on. These girls are very talented, so glad to see it back, because Debbie has ruined the pace of this tournament. But yeah, thanks to East Carolina for hosting and getting this thing back underway.
Debbie ruined my big brother last night.
Oh, I saw that. I'm sorry.
That was brutal. But I'm not one of those people that complains about it. I'm going to say that tornado warnings and notifying people of those situations are more important than who wins the Big Brother veto.
Let me think about that.
So I'm okay with it.
I think that is more important.
I just made a comment, but yeah, credit to our local weatherman, because a lot of people say, and they might be true at times, they sensationalize things and freak you out. But me, as somebody that has storm anxiety, I appreciate somebody telling me about this storm and what it might be doing and all that. So thank you to East Carolina. Thank you to our meteorologist.
Hey, meteorologists, here's your flowers. Take them.
Pike says, Chandler, I saw your pic from being at football practice. Did they offer Chandler a helmet at practice?
No.
Okay. Chad says, when is the SummerSlam recap? We need to talk about Jelly Roll's Chokeslam. If we have time, we will have our SummerSlam recap. Although I'm really enjoying the bit where we just never do it and talk about doing it. So if we have time in hour 3, we'll get intern Jarrett's SummerSlam recap.
SummerSlam!
Which, by the way, the big dog on SmackDown tonight?
Glenn Griffin?
Yes, Glenn Griffin will be there. No, Roman Reigns will be there. And I always say this. I'm going to tune in, and I never do. I always end up doing something else. Last night, I didn't even watch the Panthers. I watched Wednesday night.
Good for you.
Wednesday night's Big Brother, last night's live Big Brother, played a couple of games on college football, and called it a night. So I will get the recap from Tony Dunn, and we've already got part of the recap from Chon. We'll see what Tony has to say. We'll play back Chon's comments from hour 1 and get Tony's thoughts on that. Also, what the hell happened with the airplane? We'll talk about that as well.
Just like the offense. Couldn't score a touchdown.
Was Tony's C3 drone getting in the way of the flight? We'll talk about that when we return. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, Football Friday. Back with you after this. The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arrgh!
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill, using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management, is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates!
Pitt County Schools is in the people business, and we are hiring. If you're looking to make a difference by helping us ensure the future of Eastern North Carolina, we invite you to be part of our dynamic team. If you're just starting out or exploring a career change, the doors of one of Pitt County's largest employers are open for those seeking competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities. We offer learning support and advanced leadership opportunities to better prepare our educators and skilled labor force. If you want to be part of an award-winning school system that focuses on educating students and growing our employees, we encourage you to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you higher. To fill out an application, please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, and help us engage, empower, and elevate through 38 schools and one community.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. And are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Thank you, Shirley, with the Friday Flamingo shirt. Jared going with Beavis and Butthead on this Friday. John with that classy John look. Looks like he's ready to hit the golf course if needed. Or go to a sales meeting.
Which I was at today.
Tony Dunn rocking a cool shirt. They don't sponsor us, so I won't say it, but I like your shirt.
Thank you.
How you doing, Tony?
I'm all right, man.
I've long said that August is the best football month of the year. Your team's undefeated. Fantasy keepers are good. Everybody's in a good mood. Chandler changed my mind on that hour one.
Well, I mean, the first 15 days, 8 days of August were great.
Okay. All right. Now we've hit the bad part of August.
9.
Shirley, do you have Chandler from hour one? All right. Let's, because why not, instead of recapping it, we'll just hear Chandler in his own words.
Here's the condensed version.
Okay.
I think we have a soft coach.
Half a training camp, one preseason game, soft coach.
No, and maybe it's just his first press conference, but he's up there saying, hey, our guys tried. I love the effort. We were awful last night. We sucked. I want to hear from my head coach say, this was a bunch of dog crap. This is professional athletes. I hope they would give effort, but can you at least say, we suck tonight? And he didn't say that at one bit.
That's Chandler from hour one.
Boy.
Now, I will say Shirley was turning that into a promo during a break, and even Chandler said, well, maybe I was a little hard. Maybe I was a little harsh.
1 week. 1 week. Dave Canales is on.
Soft.
Yeah, is on the chopping block.
Let's see, but here's the thing. This has been building up, and I'm like waiting, and he finally has his post game. Every interview I've seen him do,
everything cool with our cameras, Chad? So there's an echo.
All right, hold on just a second.
Yeah, fix that.
There's an echo?
According to Chad.
Oh.
But I think Sean knows what to do.
All right. So what he was going to say is this, I believe, is that Dave Canales is happy, smiley everywhere he goes.
I argued that he's too pretty.
I just
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I mean, everything he just seems so like I don't know. When I think of an NFL head coach, I just think I told Clip this. I could not see him just chewing out a player. You know, I can't see him being like just
Come on, let's
let's
have a talk over here on the side, please.
Hey, I know you fumbled that ball 5
Would
times,
you like a
but you're
water?
going to get it. You're going to get it, buddy.
Yeah.
Do they have that guy on the staff? Who's the chewer outer?
We don't know.
I was going to look and see if you got any like old veterans.
Maybe the offensive line coach.
Yeah.
You know,
If they have a pretty offensive line coach, I'm all the way out on this team.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. No such thing.
Hey, Rob Moore, he was a good receiver. Joe Gilbert, that's the guy. That's the
He looks like an Army general.
Yes.
He's
all right.
the chewer
So
outer.
at least you have that. Bernie Parmalee, these are like my D'Angelo Hall, Dom Capers. But John, you know this. He can't come out and do that after one preseason game.
Look, and I'm not. And I went overboard. I'm not saying he should do that, but I think he should
Dig
be
in,
more.
John. God. You're soft like he is.
John, I know how we can make him mad again. Play the post-game comments because I understand his frustration when I heard some of those.
Just want to say just how excited I was. Tonight was about our first
Stop
time, guys.
it there. Pause it. Pause it. He's excited, Chandler. They just played a whole game without scoring a touchdown. He's excited.
He's the guy that calls in after like a 34-0 drudging for the Pirates and goes, "How you doing, Clip?"
All right, hit it
How's it
again.
going?
First of all, just want to say just how excited I was. Tonight was about our first time, guys. The rookies, the guys who haven't had a chance to play in the NFL, and I think what they found tonight is it's just football. And they ran, they played hard.
Stop it, Chandler.
They ran.
They ran.
They ran.
Tony, last time I checked, it's not a walking back; it's a running back. You don't walk routes; you run routes.
Okay.
Your team was running.
Walking
last night.
routes.
Your team was running. Yeah,
running.
You got a bunch of runners.
Well, we got some things to talk about when it comes to this, but yeah, I mean, his look is first is if the Panthers hadn't stunk so bad for so long, nobody would care about this first preseason game.
True.
You know, I think they were playing without 40 people on their roster. You know, I mean, so they didn't play arguably a single starter except for maybe at wide receiver.
All right, I'm going to make myself look dumb. I don't like when people think they know more than the coaches, and I certainly don't. But was that a mistake? Should he have played some guys? You know, to get him out there for a drive.
I don't know. It's rainy. The weather was crappy.
All right, fair.
You know, I mean, and that's another reason the offense kind of stunk is that, like, I mean, it was just cruddy weather conditions. Now, I mean, you don't want to be able. They couldn't move the ball. You know, they couldn't get in the end zone. They couldn't. I mean, it's just typical Panther stuff. You know, the scary part is you didn't play a single offensive lineman who's going to be a starter. Or it's not scary. I guess you just got to put that in the context of why it was so bad.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and the Patriots did play Jacoby Brissett. They played him for a little bit. So,
Chandler, can we move on from your anger? I do have some points, and I brought it up with Brian North and made a check mark to bring it up with Tony. So, just a few names from the box score that I do recognize. Terrace Marshall Jr., Jonathan Mingo. These are guys that you need to see take a leap, right?
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. What were their stats?
Nothing. Zero catches on 2 targets for Marshall, zero catches on 1 target for Mingo.
Mingo could have had a 20-yard game, but dropped it. Right in his chest, and he dropped it.
Also,
these are both guys that have been camp. Not this year. Terrace Marshall Jr. was a guy in the past. He's having a great camp. Now it's Mingo, who had a terrible season. He's like, he's flashing. He's ahead of Leggett. I mean, gosh, these guys are going to have to go out and catch the football. I mean, they run. Why can't they catch?
They're in the same situation.
You have to walk before you run. You have to run before you catch.
They're
and then keep running next time.
And these guys are both second-round guys that we picked up where you're thinking, oh, man, like these guys can be the weapon we need. They both have shown – in the first year, are they the weapon?
They show that the Carolina Panthers cannot draft a wide receiver in the second round. It is impossible. The closest they got was Brandon LaFell.
Yeah.
Right, who was all right, but he was the best. Now you can go back to Dwayne Jarrett, I think was the second round pick. You can go to these guys. In fact, that's the best thing about Xavier Legette. We traded up into the last pick of the first, because we said, you know what, if we pick him in the second, he's going to be terrible.
Credit to Dan Morgan. He knows the team history, and he knew if he got him in the second, he would stink. Also, did not know former college quarterback Felipe Franks was playing tight end in the NFL.
When they showed his name up there, I was like, is that the Felipe Franks that I'm thinking of? And sure enough, I looked him up. Former quarterback at Florida, former quarterback at Arkansas.
He did have a catch for 4 yards last night.
And do you remember Jordan Matthews?
Yeah. He was a good receiver in college for...
I can't remember, but he was with the
Eagles. It's been a long time. Vanderbilt, maybe? Yeah, Vanderbilt.
That's him?
He was killer, yeah.
How old is this guy?
33.
32?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Wait, he's listed as a tight end.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he plays now.
Okay, I had no idea he was in the NFL.
And he was the best player on the team last night with 3 catches for 48 yards.
So, do you think he'll make... Who are your tight ends? Who's your...
Tommy Tremble.
Yeah.
Ian Thomas.
Yep.
And then...
Jatavion Sanders
from Texas.
Jordan Matthews. That is crazy.
He balled in Vanderbilt back in the day.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Yeah.
Were you surprised to see Smith-Marset play so much last night? He was playing up into the third, early fourth quarter.
No, I mean, they had to play somebody. You know, at some point.
Why are you surprised to see him? Is he supposed to be good?
Well, I mean, I feel like he's supposed to be maybe at least the second guy in the rotation.
I think he's a fan favorite right now, more so. And really special teams, yeah. And somebody has to play, including Brady Christensen, who played the entire game after missing part of last season. So let's take a third-year player and rest all the other vets, but make this guy play every snap.
I'm going to ask you this question, Tony, because it kind of became a concern for me last night. How concerned are you with our depth on the roster?
I think that's been the concern for our team. You know what? I'm concerned about the front line, the first string, let alone the depth. Yeah. You know, this team it's not a very talented team, and one of the reasons it's not talented is because it has no depth. You know, I mean, maybe the offensive line can come together and you get some players like Chandler Zavala or Cade Mays or Nash Jensen, who didn't play last night. Maybe these guys can fill some roles if necessary. But right now, the Panthers are trying to get the players that they pinned in to be starters to play, and we don't even know if they're any good.
Judging by tweets and the text thread I was on with Chandler and Mully, was Joe Milton the standout from last night's game?
Dude, I don't think you got, because you said you didn't watch all the game, but Joe Milton definitely lit up the crowd last night, was making plays like Lamar Jackson and escaping the pocket, creating time, running for 15 yards.
Who is this guy? He was a
Tennessee. Because they drafted 2 quarterbacks. They drafted Drake May with the 3rd overall pick. They drafted Joe Milton in the 6th round.
They did a little RG3 Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where they drafted 2 quarterbacks.
In fact, I saw a tweet last night that said, "This is Drake May and Joe Milton," and it was a picture of RG3 and Kirk Cousins in a Redskins uniform. But no, Joe Milton threw a touchdown pass, a laser.
Yeah.
To his receiver. He just looks like he has confidence. Even before this preseason game, I saw videos of him throwing a ball into a net, like a perfect throw. Crowd going crazy. He gets them even more fired up because he does a backflip.
Oh, yeah.
Last night,
awesome.
he throws that touchdown pass.
Backflip.
Crowd's going crazy. He goes to the second. No, he doesn't do a backflip. That would have been cool. He goes to the sideline. He's doing like this right here. He's having a handshake with a receiver on the sideline.
Fun.
It's like he's got.
It's fun. He's got the juice.
He's got the juice.
Well, I wonder what they're going to do at quarterback, because they have Brissett, who's the old vet they can count on.
He played one drive. Then Drake May played one drive. And then
they used to have Bailey Zappi, who we were kind of fired up for, and he's not it.
He stays.
Yeah. And then, so did Milton finish it?
Yep.
Okay. The Patriots did play some of their good players.
Yeah.
Stevenson, the running back. Antonio Gibson, former commander with the Patriots now. I don't know what their receiver depth chart looks like. I'll look it up. I do see Jalen Reagor. I recognize Butte from LSU just because he's got a cool name.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
He got cut today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, and then everybody's like, Panther. God,
He's not.
no,
He's
not it. If you're getting cut by the Patriots with their wide receiver group, you're getting.
Let me look at their depth chart and see what their starters could look like. Jalen Polk. Help me out. Who's that, Jarrett?
Washington, rookie.
All right. Kendrick Bourne. Remember him. Demario Douglas.
Don't know that guy.
All right. Jalen Rager. Know him. KJ Osborne. Remember him with the Vikings. Butte. So, yeah, not a lot of big names there.
Is Javon Baker on there?
Javon Baker is up here, yes.
All right.
They have him listed as a second string, but they have the basically 3 starting wide receivers. So single back, 3 receivers. Who is he, a rookie?
Who, Javon Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah, UCF last year.
Okay.
Polk played last night. I remember his name.
The Patriots are looked at as the worst team. Panthers second worst-ish going into the year. So the other day, Tony, let's take a break. We'll come back. I heard a discussion on a show, and I kind of like this because it's a gambling show. So it's not a fan. It's not an NFL expert, insider. It's somebody that is putting their own money on what the Panthers are going to do.
Okay.
So I heard pros and cons of the Panthers season over-under for win total, and we'll go over some of those. When we return, Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday. Back with you after this.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Letting you know about our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, certified vehicles, vehicles for every budget, starting at $799 and up. And don't forget, we have all your off-road accessories here with our Washington off-road packages. So bring your Jeep, Ram, or other maker model, and we will take care of your accessories for you. Also, check us out online at WashingtonCDJR.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Stock up and save during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout. We're clearing out inventory, and that means some of our lowest prices of the season. Save store-wide. Plus, find a huge selection of furniture closeouts, clearance items, floor samples, and more. Slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. Save on tons of mattress closeouts and floor models, too. Plus 6 months financing during the Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with RentAFishTank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. RentAFishTank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. RentAFishTank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at RentAFishTank.com.
Yo ho ho, Pirate Patriots! It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. Time to hoist the colors of the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're celebrating independence now through August 15th with FN Firearms. Take advantage on low prices of FN 510s, 545s, and SCAR 15s with factory rebates up to $500. Plus, with every FN purchase will come free FN gear. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Ahlers. In this football season, when the fourth quarter ends, join me and the Pirate Radio team on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show.
How'd you think the Pirates looked? What positives did you take away? What negatives? We'll talk about it all. 317-1250 is the number.
I'm excited about taking your calls and breaking down ECU football games all season long.
There's local politics, bud.
Game days will never be the same, so join us here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This is Mac McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. And your bumper music brought to you today by Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there's not a bad seat in the house. And coming up September 14th, country music star Sarah Evans will be performing. To get tickets, go to weldonmillstheater.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes. I like having intern Jared here because the older I get, the less I know about what happens today in sports.
Okay.
So if he can rattle off some of these names like he did a moment ago, that was good. Tony always has an issue with names.
Yeah.
Fair to say. Tony, if you're looking for some fodder for the C3 podcast for some upcoming programs, you can go check out Wednesday's edition of Pick Central on Barstool because one of the panelists said under 5.5 wins for the Panthers and was going over the reasons. 2-6, 4 games is a pretty big jump. That was his first remark. Says they didn't do much to improve. They've got the same quarterback. Of course, they have a new coach. We're going to get to the reasons why they might go over in a moment. So he says the Falcons have gotten better. The Bucks might regress a little bit, but should still be pretty good. Saints are the Saints. Maybe split with them at best.
We had, and I'm blanking on his name because I'm great with names, but we had a guest on who was from, I think, 365 betting, sports betting or something like that, and he was talking about how the Panthers were good or maybe a potential bet at 4.5. And when he made that appearance on Colin Cowherd, the number automatically went to 5.5.
I feel way more comfortable with 4.5 than I do 5.5.
Yeah, and he basically said this is when we had him on the show. I said, did we miss the smart money? He's like, well, you might not want to take this bet anymore.
Yeah, it's one game, but it seems like a lot. That 5 to 6 number.
Because it is a 4 to 6 win season. Yeah, potentially. Now, I mean, anything could happen. Sure. They could be better and surprise in some way, which we're all hoping for.
I brought this up with Chandler. We don't discuss this. This is a lot like ECU football. All we're focusing on is the offense because we assume the defense is going to be fine. But Brian Burns is in New York. Washington took a couple of guys, Jeremy Chin and Luvu. You still got Derek Brown, who you said is kind of the bell cow, the face of the Panthers almost at this point, the name of the Panthers. Any concern that the defense may regress? Because if that's the case, that's troubling.
Yeah, well, I mean, one is the defense wasn't good last year. Is despite what some of the statistics say, is that teams could beat us by. I mean, we couldn't put any points up at all. So I mean, the two games we won that we didn't even score a touchdown in. One of them we won 12-9 against the Falcons. So that team, it didn't take much to beat the Carolina Panthers, and there were times where that defense folded when they needed to. So they, I've described them as fool's gold last year as a defense.
Well, when one side looks so bad, it does make the other side.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can just screw up less. Now, you talk about losing Brian Burns, but we had the league lowest sacks last year with 30, I think, something like that. So, I mean, I don't know. Is right now, look, the Panthers invested all of their offseason money in the offense, trying to build an offensive line for Bryce Young, and they did it at the behest of the defense. So if they're going to be good, it's going to be because Ejiro Evero has gotten players to play above their station. Now, on the other hand, too, is really did we get much worse? I mean, you had Jadeveon Clowney, because maybe that can cancel out Brian Burns. Did you? Yeah, you lost Frankie Louvu, but you're bringing back Shaq, and you get Wallace?
Trevin Wallace. Rookie out of Kentucky.
Chandler brought up a name yesterday, Tony. I don't even know if you want to talk about him. J.C. Horn.
Oh, yeah. Did he get hurt? No, he didn't play, right?
No, but he brought him up to say if he plays, you could get something there. Who was the guy that I just stopped talking about and said I wouldn't talk about? Oh, it was Curtis Samuel 2 years ago. It actually was pretty good last year, but I was like, I'm not going to mention this guy's name because he's never on the field.
Yeah, no, and that's how I feel. Look, I'm irritated by Panther fans. Oh, they're like, well, when J.C. Horn's on the field, he's one of the best corners in the league. I'm like, man, that means you have a sample set of 5 games.
Okay, Tony, the Panthers have played – have there been 2 17-game schedule seasons?
Yeah.
Panthers have played 50 games since Horn got drafted. How many games has he played in?
20.
22. You were close.
Yeah.
And 13 in one season.
Yeah.
And then 6 and 6 in the other, something like that.
So last year, I think, was the 13.
Or it might have been 11 in one season and 6 and 6. Either way, not a lot.
Yeah.
All right, here was the counterpoints to those. Why the Panthers could win 6 or more games. They brought up the addition of Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
They brought up the O-line and the upgrades to the offensive line.
Yeah, very helpful.
I think the biggest, and this is wishful thinking, but there is some proof in the pudding, the QB whisperer that is Dave Canales. What he did with Geno, what he did with Baker, can he do that with Bryce Young? And if you're hoping they go over, you're using that as a bullet point because Geno was all but done. I figured he was out of the league. Baker had been floating around place to place, wasn't wanted in Cleveland, tried it with the Panthers, did not work.
Had his best year last year.
And was great and was really good last year.
The one thing that is the argument, and that is why Dave Canales was hired as the head coach, is because of that resume. But at the same time, Baker is the only one he ever called the plays for.
Okay.
So I mean,
so Geno, he was what, a position coach?
Quarterback coach. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's helpful to be the quarterback coach, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's at this point, it's man, I just need the Panthers to play and be something.
Sounds like you're more on the underside than the over, though. If you had to.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that it's one of those things where it's kind of just dead on the money, right? It's 5.5.
5.
Yeah.
If you could get that sweet spot of 5.
Yeah. If it was 4.5, I'm going over, but I really feel this is risky at 5.5.
Jamie says, Sean, that's 3 yawns in 2 minutes. What can Clip and Tony do to keep you entertained? I'm going to say not talk about the Panthers will be a good start.
Yeah. And turn the air conditioner down.
Turn the air conditioner down?
Or up. Well, down.
Up.
You want air on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, I was going to say that's making him sleepy.
He's too comfortable?
Yeah.
It's a little toasty.
It is.
Jared, as an outsider, what do you think about the Panthers' 5.5 wins this year?
That was one of the first win total bets I put in, over 4.5.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So you got in early.
Yeah.
You
as
got
soon
on
as
the
DraftKings
smart
opened,
money.
I hit Raiders and Panthers.
What was Raiders?
6.5.
I love the Raiders over.
It was
Remember
the
we
same?
had that discussion, and I love the Raiders over. CW loves the Raiders under.
Oh yeah,
but I'm on board with the Raiders.
Doubt is starting to creep into my mind, but I'm still fully. I mean, we got to go 17-0.
Oh God. Well, there's
Gotta
only
win 'em
one.
all.
There's only one man that can lead you to that.
Tom Brady.
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. I was hoping you'd say him.
Coming up tonight, preseason action, Falcons, Dolphins. Let's run through these and talk about young guys that we might want to see. The Dolphins have all their stuff. Like, is anything interesting? Falcons.
Michael Penix.
Yeah, I want to see Penix.
Yeah, I mean, and hey, I'm sure Falcon fans want to see him too in a way because they draft him in the first round or something.
What is Cousins' deal? Is he hurt or is he?
He's ready to go. Got clears for full contact, but they're not going to play him.
Right. So hopefully we see some Penix tonight. Texans, Steelers. Justin Fields.
Fields and Russell.
Yeah.
Stroud's playing.
Nice.
There's like a handful. I'm pretty sure he's one of them.
I had a funny conversation with Mike Mullis last Monday coming home. No. It was Thursday. Oh, I met with the dudes from the Buck. It was during the Hall of Fame game. And he said, "You watching this game?" Well, I was like, "Yeah, I watched a little bit of it." He was like, "Man, Tank Dell got shot."
Oh.
And I was like, "What?"
Really?
He was like, "Did we miss this? Did we talk about this?" I don't know. Did we? I don't remember talking about it.
I don't remember saying Tank Dell got shot either.
I don't think y'all brought it up.
But he did.
He got shot in the leg at a party, like trying to run away.
Yeah. I don't remember talking about that.
I don't either.
But big year for Tank Dell coming up.
Well, they drafted another guy or drafted another guy. Like they're just adding to the.
Oh, they added
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
I don't think they drafted it.
No, they didn't get.
But they have Dale. They have Nico Collins. They have Stephon Diggs. They have C.J. Stroud, which is why a lot of people are looking at them as maybe the Lions 2 years ago or so to make another leap. The Lions, by the way, so they went from missing out on the playoffs the last game of the season to
almost making the
NFC
Super Bowl.
championship.
Yeah. What about Hendon Hooker? How did he look? Did anybody?
I didn't watch it.
He looked pretty good, but Sudfeld got most of the game.
Oh, okay.
And I heard he was awful.
God awful. I mean, those two games are an embarrassment to football last night.
Yeah, I agree.
Eagles, Ravens. No Keaton Mitchell for a while.
I guess no Saquon.
Ravens, are they still undefeated for like eternity? And
did they lose last year?
in the preseason?
No.
I think they were.
They're underdogs tonight.
What?
The Ravens are underdogs. Hold on. Ravens preseason streak. 24 straight dating back to 2016.
They lost last August to the Commanders.
Oh, yes. I watched that game.
Busted.
And yes, okay. I remember that now. Because it was like so exciting.
Now they're not going to be able
playoff
to.
game.
They're not going to be able to win again now.
No wonder.
They're
Wasn't
underdogs.
FedEx Field like going crazy?
It was rocking.
It was like a
baby.
game-winning field goal. They rushed the field.
29-28. Joey Sly, 49.
Oh, nice.
Who played last night for the Patriots?
And everybody
wow.
was picking on us for being excited about it. Like, screw you, man.
Yeah, hey,
this is our
take a W where you can.
Our small victories here. Really looking forward to Commanders Jets for two reasons. Jaden Daniels, welcome to the NFL.
Yeah.
Isaiah Winstead trying to make some plays for the Jets and keep him around, hopefully.
Anybody else for the Commanders you're wanting to see?
Probably not going to play a lot.
If our new Panthers boys will play.
Yeah, Chin.
Yeah, see what Jeremy Chin
Oh,
can
we
do.
have a new Luvu. He actually had a good game last night. Leota.
Yeah, Leota.
Because he even did the after a couple big plays.
Ray Leota?
He also passed away.
Yeah, he's dead.
R.I.P. Bears Bills tomorrow.
Do you know what film he died?
Was it Cocaine?
Yeah.
Bear?
Yeah.
Is that the movie?
Man, he just must have been hanging out with that bear.
What that bear doing? By the way.
I mean, Chosen is with the 49ers.
Chosen has a job.
I thought he retired.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chosen. Raiders and Vikings, 4 o'clock on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
What quarterbacks are playing?
Both.
Nice.
I don't know who's starting, though.
Are they doing paper, rock, scissors, too, like ECU is?
I hope not.
Is there a pecking order right now?
It's neck
O'Connell?
and neck. I mean, Minshew will have a good day, and then the next day it'll be bad. O'Connell will step up.
You predicted O'Connell will start, right?
I think so, just with the continuity.
I think that would be best because Minshew coming off the bench would be the best case
That's
scenario.
what you want.
Devontae said he would prefer Aiden O'Connell. So
publicly?
Yeah. I mean, just like he said, it's his job to lose. He thinks he should be the starter.
He's the incumbent.
Yeah.
How's Devontae? Is he ready to leave?
I mean,
how's
if you don't
Devontae
look
doing?
at Twitter, he's a happy person in Las Vegas. But on Twitter, he's demanding a trade every day.
You know who's not a happy person? CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that. I think that's nothing. So Jerry Jones said we're not worried. I retweeted it.
I
so
don't have the effort to do that right now.
I'd love for this to be something, but I just don't think it is.
No.
Cowboys under Jerry Jones on contract talks with CeeDee Lamb. I don't have any urgency to get it done. And then CeeDee Lamb quote tweeted it and said, LOL. He's talking.
Period.
He's talking to the other Jones, Stephen Jones, and they're going to work something out. So I wish this was something. It's not. A better tweet I retweeted last night was this guy saying, a white Moesha Johnson. I've seen it all. Australian swimmer, Moesha Johnson.
Who's Moesha Johnson?
It's just a name you don't associate with a white person.
And that made him giggle.
Another great retweet from last night. Kevin Durant. A lot of BS happens in our country, but a lot of great things happen too. Philosopher Kevin Durant. Did you see the basketball game yesterday, Tony?
No.
It was wild.
Well, wait. Did Steph Curry drop like 36 or something?
Yeah. They were down 17. They were down 15 in the third quarter and came back and beat Serbia, the Joker.
Serbia.
Yeah. All right. Anything else with the Raiders you're looking at?
The offensive line at right tackle, DJ Glaze, the rookie, and Thayer Munford battling for that. So
DJ who?
Glaze.
Are you glazing him?
Nope.
Okay.
Man,
Is Robert Gallery playing tomorrow?
I don't think so.
He could just be a dang DJ with just use his
DJ
regular
Glaze.
name. Yeah, regular name.
Facing the Viking. I'm interested. That's the wrong word to use. I think the Vikings
Sam Darnold
might stink this
Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
It's going to take him to the playoffs.
Playoffs? I don't know about the Vikings. I guess will we see the Michigan rookie tomorrow?
Probably, but
You better.
I think he's QB3 on the depth chart right now.
Packers Browns. Tony, have you heard the latest Jameis audio?
Yes.
Shirley, do we have it from yesterday?
Please.
Knack, paddywhack.
Let's hear it, Jameis.
I think that's one of the things that a lot of people forget. When you can go out, you can see practice, you can knick-knack, this, that, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Deshaun Watson is going to turn it on. He always going to find a way to shine when the lights come on. Man, I just rhymed. Can I leave off that one? I know that's one going to hit.
He said, I know that's going to hit. He's like, I'm going to be all over the internet tomorrow.
We can't keep letting him get away with this. How does he continue to do it, folks?
Oh, man.
Opens his mouth with no idea what's coming out, and it just turns into...
Got to be the coolest person in the NFL.
Yeah, maybe we need to do another who do we want to hang out with quarterback draft.
Oh, he's number one.
Let's do it when we return. We'll get Jared.
We have to take Jameis out, right?
It's called the Jameis Winston Memorial
Draft.
Who do you want to hang out with?
We wish you were Jameis.
What QBs would you like to hang out with? Which ones would you not? So we'll do that to wrap up the hour. When we return, hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
There is road work outside, but plenty of food and fun inside at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. Park right across the street and make your way in for a great lunch today or drinks with friends. There are over 40 beers on tap and plenty of new specialty cocktails to choose from. Don't forget about Singo on Tuesdays, trivia with DJ Captain Morgan on Wednesdays, local artist live music on Thursdays, and the best Sunday brunch starting at 10:30 a.m. Be sure to follow Fish Street Hardware on Facebook and Instagram for all the 411. Go Pirates!
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Cliff Godwin, the head baseball coach at East Carolina University. I've been a Pirate Club member since I graduated in 2001, and you should too. By joining the Pirate Club, you become part of a family that helps our student athletes flourish on and off the field. When you enroll as a member, you're not just getting a membership, you're getting a front row seat to the action. To join, visit ecupirateclub.com or call 252-737-4540 today. Go Pirates.
This is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman from ECU Baseball. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's Insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday. Morgan Ahlers going to join us. Bruce Howard, voice of the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, going to join us. Jamie says, did Plaxico do good after getting shot?
Did he win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm going to say that was post-shot because that was kind of early in his career.
With the Giants.
He cheddar bobbed, right? He shot himself.
Yeah.
It was in his pocket.
Well, I think he had sweatpants on with no pockets and it just fell down his pants leg.
It was a bad situation.
It's just dumb.
Yeah.
And you can't have a handgun in New York, right? Immediately you get...
Yeah, he got in a lot of crap just for that.
Yeah.
Just for his
because you're not
locale.
allowed to carry anywhere there.
So Plaxico Burress would not be on my list because he can't control his gun in social settings. But we'll do quarterbacks we want to hang out with. And it's the Jameis Winston Memorial. Jared, we're going to let you go first.
All right. I'll go Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, good one.
I thought about him. So, like, this kind of depends on, and we're choosing now. So you got a mature Baker Mayfield, but he probably still has fun.
Still throws him down.
But he's not. Wasn't he the one on video where he's like running and gets tackled by security? Or am I getting that wrong?
That was when he was at Oklahoma.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good choice. You're a young guy. You want to have some fun. See, my choices might be a little more subdued than that.
Okay.
Chon, you can go second.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, I think he might be too wild for me.
Nah, not for me. Spirit animal.
Yeah.
Guy lives in a van.
Yeah.
Down by the river.
Man, he's white Cam.
Yeah.
All right, Tony. Oh, did you just say your guy?
No.
Is he eligible?
No. Oh, God, that would be it. I'm going Jared Goff.
I know why. I was going to pick him just so you couldn't get him. Now, are you sure he's still with the same female?
I don't know.
He just married her like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, look.
What did that? What was that?
I wonder why I didn't get an invite to the wedding like Cam didn't yet for CMC.
What were we watching? What was that thing, Tony? That
was when he scored his first game with Detroit,
and she was on a swimsuit shoot.
And it was just...
And Tony, it was love at first sight for Tony. And, I mean... Yeah.
I frequent that video.
That's funny.
Jared, I'm just going to hang with your wife all day.
Can we double date this? Can I be the third wheel?
Don't you need to go watch film?
All right.
He's watching film. He's satisfied.
Yeah.
I thought about being funny with this pick. And well, not really funny, but like I'm pretty low key now. So like a Brian Hoyer or Joe Flacco, we'll just do like old man stuff, sit in a rocking chair. But I will go Josh Allen. He is very cool, laid back dude, and good sense of humor. I've seen him on some stuff, so Josh Allen will be my pick. All right, Jared, who are you and Baker Mayfield hanging out with?
Matt Stafford.
Man, that's a good one. That's a good one.
L.A.
Yes.
Might run into basically Jared Goff's former stomping grounds.
Tony is going to take Julius Peppers next after seeing the video of his woman. Sean, Gardner Minshew.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. That's not my pick. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, just go eat some high.
What are y'all going to do? Ayahuasca?
Aaron Rodgers, Gardner Minshew are going to be high.
There's shrooms involved.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of hallucinogenics.
Maybe a medicine man.
I don't know, man. I would like to.
That would be intense. That would be an intense couple to be with.
Yeah.
Like it's like on the Hangover.
You do the ayahuasca and then you just let them talk social issues, politics.
Yes. Like, because I feel like Aaron Rodgers, just listening to him, I'd just be like,
yeah.
And then Gardner Minshew would just be telling stories of when he was at ECU and Washington State, and I'd just be like in heaven.
There's a name on this list I'm surprised has not been picked yet, but might go next round. That would be kind of funny. You know what?
Whose pick is it?
It's mine.
Go get it.
Nah, I can't pick him.
Who'd you? Oh, did Chandler pick? Oh, he did Aaron Rodgers, right? Because you started with Deshaun.
Oh, that was a joke.
And what is that happy ending?
You know what? I thought this guy was a little too cool for me, but it'll balance it out with Josh Allen, I think. I'm going to go Joe Burrow.
He was going
to balance my group out.
I'm surprised he hadn't already been picked. Again, like he might be with the hair now.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of shine in my eyes with that haircut.
He just tries too hard to be cool.
Maybe. But he is naturally cool. He doesn't even really need to try.
I really don't think so.
I think so.
You don't think the cigar in the locker room?
No, it's like Jason Tatum doing his finals thing. It's just ripping off the people who came before.
No, Jason Tatum is trying.
Yeah, trying too hard. Yeah,
he's a try hard.
I feel the same for Joe Burrow.
All right,
my pick.
No. Wait, did I skip you? I did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You like that?
So I thought about that, but I was like, man,
Kirk Cousins.
I'm corny enough that I don't need 2 cornballs.
Oh no, he's like gonna be. You're just gonna be balling, dude. He's got so much money. We could just great time. Great time.
You and Jared Goff's wife could have a tremendous time with Kirk Cousins' money.
Yeah, totally. That's what it would take to get invited.
All right, next we go to Jarrett.
I'll go with Aiden O'Connell.
Why?
He looks like Farva from Super Troopers, so that would be a trip. But
bite it.
Yeah,
bite it.
Yeah, just that. Looks like Farva.
Okay, John.
Give me Zach Wilson.
Oh God,
Chandler, this is the worst draft I've ever seen.
He's really got a. For me being the one that picked Jared Goff, he really went hard in the paint with Deshaun Watson as a joke, and now Zach Wilson.
Okay, why is Zach Wilson?
Because
he's my age and he seems like a cool dude.
Okay,
he is not your age.
I think he's my age.
He's younger.
Yeah. Okay.
He's younger.
He's younger.
All right, give me.
Well, you know what? We're going to call your mom up and say, stay away from this weekend.
Stay away from my best friend.
Yeah.
This is by far the best value of the draft. Should have gone earlier because he's cooler than a lot of people on this list. But Lamar Jackson is a really cool guy. He's got a good sense of humor. Give me Lamar Jackson. I've got a laid-back crew, man. I got Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. We're just going to have a fun time no matter what we do. Might go bowling. Might play a little putt-putt.
So boring.
Bowling with Lamar Jackson.
Tony, that's where I'm at in my life. I know you're younger than me by a few days.
Yes.
We go. I keep skipping Tony. Sorry, Tony. You're
I'm
up.
going C.J. Stroud.
I thought about that. He's a little too young for me.
Yes.
But I like his moxie as well.
He's got a cool, and then go around Houston and just be the biggest star in the world.
All right, we'll do one more round. Jarrett?
I'll go Tyson Bagent.
Why?
Because just from what I saw in the first episode of Hard Knocks, looks like a cool guy.
Okay.
And then he went to like a coal miner school. So.
All right.
Did you hear that he did the hardest thing he did in the offseason was a burpee broad jump mile?
Yeah.
You do a burpee, which is a jump up and it's hard. They suck. Burpees suck. And then you do a broad jump, and he did a burpee broad jump for an entire mile. Like, it's insane. Yeah,
that's nuts.
It was.
All right, we go to Sean.
Oh, we're still doing this. Give me. Oh gosh, I don't want Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to be around his wife and his voice. Give me Anthony Richardson. I feel like he's pretty cool.
I would just make him wear like a Cam Newton jersey and be like, I'm going to pretend you're Cam.
Yeah.
I was gonna
he
say
is like
something
Cam reincarnated.
I don't know if like somebody's maybe wife passes away, they try to like recreate her. Like you're trying to recreate Cam with Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Can you put this on? Hey, can you go like this? Can you do this Superman
Will
thing?
you dab on him?
Can you go like this right quick?
You ever heard of this dab?
All right.
Justin Herbert for me.
Why is that?
I feel like I don't know. He seems like a good fella.
I don't have anything bad to say about
I feel like
Justin
we go
Herbert.
out to the club and the ladies would love him.
Man.
Better than, what's his name?
Got some good options.
The Jags.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell. I don't know. There's something about Lawrence. I don't know.
It's just like we'd have to go and pretend we're in Dazed and Confused, and he's just
a lot of nice guys on this list that would fit in with my group.
Dak's your guy right there. Just boring.
There's the Derek Carr that would be nice and boring. Brock Purdy would be pretty boring.
Tua.
And again, folks, this is a hangout draft. This is not. I hate to say it, but like Jalen Hurts is. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, it hurts your soul to say, huh?
Like he's got a sense of confidence about him that I hope Jaden Daniels will have. But I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts.
Especially when so many people doubted him.
Yeah.
Do we have another pick?
No, but we can throw our honorable mentions. Who you got?
Stetson Bennett.
Okay.
I like this, the grin you have on your face for it.
He was a partier in college at Georgia. Got arrested. He was drunk on Good Morning America the morning after.
What about a past quarterback?
Phil Rivers.
Oh, God.
Just seems like a nice country guy.
Yeah, we can go to Mass together on Sunday.
No, he seems like somebody who could throw some down. Derek Carr would drag you to church. That is.
Well, I mean, he is
Johnny Manziel.
Ooh, you are really feeling frisky today.
Brett Favre.
I'm a partier.
You seem like a Favre guy.
That was my first favorite player.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could just see y'all after y'all just bailed some hay, y'all like this.
I think I would go Joe Namath.
Yeah.
Just be like, hand me that fur.
You're so pretty. I just want to kiss you.
I mean, Peyton and Eli. That would be boring.
Oh, that would be great. You guys would just sit around and watch TV.
Messing around with them. Yeah. Recapping.
Make TikToks.
Episode of So Lost. So who?
By the way, my daughter has gotten into Lost.
Nice.
On her own. Yeah.
Man, best show ever.
Crazy how many episodes there were in a season. It was like, I was like, man, she's like, I'm on season 1. It was like 23 episodes. I was like, geez.
And it really is like they didn't need all those episodes. And it's a bunch of crap, but it's really the first 3 seasons. Yeah. Put it up there with anything. What quarterback did you not want to hang out with? Nobody said Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-mm.
Nobody said
Russ.
Yeah.
For sure not.
Nobody said Russ. Nobody said Caleb Williams.
No.
Or Jordan Love. No one said him.
Nah, I don't know enough about Jordan Love.
He fit in to your boring
I know,
crew just
pretty
fine.
boring. Yeah.
You guys would just go play golf.
Nobody said Geno. He would fit in with my group.
Yeah.
Boring. Will Levis. I don't know what kind of dude he is.
Kyler.
This guy was too boring for me.
Yeah, Kyler. I should have gone all short quarterback so I didn't have to look up to him.
We could have played games.
I could have gone Bryce, Kyler, and somebody. It would have been like
Doug Flutie.
We would have been, yeah.
Past quarterbacks to hang out with, Kurt Benkert. Just play NCAA College Football 25.
Jeff George and just be a total jerk to everybody who walked by.
Complete ale. Tony, I drafted a pretty boring team, but there was one guy too boring for my team, Daniel Jones. I couldn't even suffer through that.
Makes Eli look exciting.
I don't think I've ever heard Daniel Jones speak.
If you just wanted a calm night, Daniel Jones
check that out.
With his big eyes could hang out with you. Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, a lot of young guys. Justin Fields. Sam
Daniel
Darnold.
Jones' wife
Tony?
does not appreciate him.
Sam
I'm pretty
Darnold?
Sure.
You don't hang out with Sam?
Yeah, I'm kind of be boring.
All right. Drew Lock, he would have been a good call.
Yeah.
He knows the words to Young Jeezy's I put on for my
that
city.
would have been. Yeah.
So he might be kind of cool. Oh,
just play that on repeat with him.
Tyrod Taylor would have been just old enough and boring enough to hang out with my crew.
Tell me about the time they stabbed you.
All right. Chad says, who the hell calls him Phil Rivers?
People who don't respect NC State and the Chargers.
Got it.
And you know he has like 17 kids because he's Catholic, so you would be going to Mass.
Today, I do not apologize.
Thank you, Jim. Tony, C3 Podcast, what do you guys have going on?
Yeah, that Friday free-for-all tonight, which should be wild or wildly depressing, depending on how Chandler reacted. We'll have the latest coverage on Tuesday nights at 9, and then when the season kicks off, we'll be doing the postgame.
Redbeard forgot to shout this out earlier. This was during our first segment. He said the Panthers needed Tony's drone to play better last night.
I figured that's what I meant to say. This is the reason the Pats had our number is because we gave away the game plan.
Yeah, the drone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, thank you.
Later, buddy. We will take a break, come back. Morgan Ahlers joins us. Bruce Howard joins us as we continue on our advanced moving opponent previews. That and more on the way after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time. It's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group.
Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Hey, O's fans, come out and cheer on the Orioles against the Boston Red Sox on Friday, August 16th at 7:05 at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Be sure to get to the ballpark early because the first 25,000 fans 15 and over will receive a Corbin Burns bobblehead presented by Masson. Don't miss your chance to celebrate the Orioles ace with this giveaway and start your weekend off right with Orioles baseball and all the action and excitement of a night out at the yard. Buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
The Holton Ahlers Show.
Cliff Godwin, how do you measure the character of like a transfer portal kid?
Well, you lean on your trusted resources, whether it be, travel ball coaches or connections with the player that's leaving a different school. You also spend some time with them when they come visit, and you can get a good feel, in my opinion. Now, it's not always that case, but look, our culture will weed you out if you're a bad person. We really have great culture because we have the Dixon Williams of the world, the Carter Cunninghams of the world.
The Holton Ahlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork, in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street, and their new location on Greenville Boulevard. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Football Friday. Preseason action coming up tonight. Got East Carolina scrimmage coming up Saturday. We'll be out there with our cameras and mics and bodies, and hearing from Mike Houston after that coming up on Saturday. So looking forward to that. And we've got the return of the high school huddle coming to Pirate Radio in a couple of weeks. Morgan Ahlers quarterbacks that program, and he joins us here on Pirate Radio Live. Morgan, how you doing, sir?
Clipper, how are you, sir?
Doing great, in the football mood. And in just over 24 hours, the episode 30 of the Holton Ahlers Show has seen over 614 views on YouTube, and that doesn't include the downloads and all the people that will be listening at 6 o'clock when it airs on Pirate Radio. But a popular guest was on that show, Morgan Ahlers, a little Ahlers on Ahlers. And Morgan, it was great. Some good, behind-the-scenes stuff there, some humor, some heart-touching moments, and a little bit of everything during that episode.
Yeah, I think it went better than I thought it was going to go because his guest wasn't the best in the world. But, they did great interviewing and pulled the information out of him, so he did a pretty good job.
I send Holton screenshots of things I see from time to time. The people love what Holton's doing on the media side, to the point where I even screenshotted Boneyard Banner saying, man, Holton is really good. And if you got them, Morgan, I mean, that's kind of the last line of defense right there. If you got them, you got everybody. So, but no, Holton is doing a great job, and looking forward to him being on the fifth quarter. But I know you're proud of everything he's done, and now getting into the media side, like yourself here.
Yeah, he's done a pretty good job with that. He takes it seriously, and he wants to have a good product. And I know when he was down in Dallas earlier this year, he talked to some folks down there about possibly getting into the sideline and play-by-play color stuff eventually, which, whether he wants to do that or not when his career is over with, I think he's got potential with it, because he's one of those guys. I'm not going to say he's Tony Romo-like, but if you watch a football game with him, you'll notice he'll call things out of getting ready to happen before they happen. And I think that's just from studying the game so much. And, I think he could have a future with that. But I'm proud of him, proud of all my boys.
Excited for him to bring that to the fifth quarter this year. And Holton has left it open as far as his playing days go. But this time last year, Morgan, you're all over the country watching him play some preseason football. I'll never forget him taking a knee to beat the Dallas Cowboys. That's my favorite Holton Ahlers moment in a preseason game. But just kind of crazy. And I kind of bring that up, too, because I saw on Facebook you posted a memory of him when he was a Little League All-Star, and just kind of all the you've been with Holton through a lot of summers, and a lot of different things have happened during those summers. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that was 12 years ago that that team went down to Warner Robins, Georgia, with Hunter Christopher and that crowd. He went down there twice his 11 and 12-year-old year, and closed both years. And a lot of great memories with Little League. Of course, the Little League World Series getting ready to gear up, the Softball World Series playing hopefully a full slate today. If they can get it in, I think they will. And, baseball, softball is huge in Greenville, as you know, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger each and every year. And the players that have come through this league, and I read yesterday where Clayton McCullough might be up for the White Sox job that's now open. Former Greenville Rose Star, Greenville Little League guy, East Carolina guy, so that'd be kind of cool.
Former Winterville Colts teammate of Clip Brock, also on the resume.
Was he, or is that I thought I saw that on his bio with in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, that's true.
A former teammate of Clip Block.
Can confirm.
Clip Block.
Yeah, that guy. Morgan Ahlers joining us. I do want to give a shout out to the folks at East Carolina. We were wondering, Morgan, with Debbie in town and rolling through, what this softball World Series was going to be and what it was going to look like. They've moved it over to ECU. We're watching it now on ESPN2. Looks like there's some raindrops coming down, but they got the playing surface looking great. East Carolina's big and bold on the TV. So credit to the folks at ECU for helping out and also getting a little free advertising here with this softball World Series.
They did a great job with it. Elm Street is an incredible field, the way they've got it set up. But the thing with Elm Street, you've got the creek that runs right behind it. And when there's so much water coming through there, it can flood the grass and flood it. Of course, during Floyd, the whole field flooded. So, it's right there. And to get it in, they had to move it over to East Carolina and, did a great job. And if you're East Carolina Athletic Department softball program, you would love to have the Little League World Series at your venue and be able to show it like that, because every little girl that plays softball is seeing that venue going, hey, I'd like to play there. It's, you can't buy that kind of advertising.
No doubt. Looks good. Looks nice in the high def on our televisions here in the Pirate Radio studios. Morgan, got a scrimmage coming up on Saturday. I'd love to hear a starting quarterback announced after that scrimmage. I'm going to bet we don't hear that, but I don't know. Anything you want to hear or see coming out of the first scrimmage of the fall for the Pirates?
I think you want to go out there and you want to see, first of all, everybody go out there and give as great an effort as you can. Know the playbook. I know every week they add nuances and different things into it as the season rolls on, but know what you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to do, have minimal penalties. And I'd like to see the quarterbacks really take command while they're out there. This is my huddle. This is what we're doing. Let's go. Regardless if it's Garcia, regardless if it's Caden Hauser, go out there and take command of that offense, because they've been doing it now for, 6-8 months. They should know it. They're experienced guys that should be able to go out there and do it. And I think whoever goes in there between now and the 31st and really takes command, takes ownership of things, and is going to be the guy on the 31st. That's my prediction on it.
Morgan, I'll also be checking out the Commanders and Jets on Saturday. A, to watch my team and Jaden Daniels, but B, to see if Isaiah Winstead can get some action and make some plays like he did with the 49ers last preseason, and stuck with them just about the entire season on the practice squad. And he was called in late. I understand how it works. These teams need bodies to go play preseason games, so not going to go out there and say he makes the roster, but all he can do now is if the ball is thrown to him, catch it and make some plays, and we're certainly pulling for him tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope Ziggy does well. He's a good kid, good representation of what East Carolina football is about. He and Holton and Noah roomed together down in Arlington this year, and they obviously got that bond and that relationship. But good for him, and hopefully he can show people what he's got, because if he gets the opportunity, he can make a squad.
And Julius Wood with Dallas as well, trying to hang on with that Cowboys defense. All right, let's go around the horn. We're bringing back questions for Morgan. I hope everybody's prepared. Shirley was not prepared. She's going to have to come up with something on the fly. We'll go to you last, Shirley. But we'll start with Sean. What's your question for Morgan today?
All right, so people probably don't know, but Morgan played college basketball at Mount Olive College, now known as University of Mount Olive.
They call him the Big Pickle.
The Big Pick is what they called him. Morgan, what was your best game playing basketball at Mount Olive, and who was it against? How many points did you score?
I think I would say the game I remember the most when we played Chowan, Nate McMillan, who played in the NBA when I was at NC State, played for them. Chowan was sort of a feeder program at the time for some ACC schools. If a guy couldn't get into school, they sent him to Chowan as one of the schools they sent him to. And we played them. I think I had 12, 13 points, 12, 13 rebounds, and we won the game. And we shouldn't have won it, but we did.
Morgan Ahlers defeated Nate McMillan in college basketball. I never knew that story, and that's a hell of a story.
Well, we defeated Chowan. Didn't guard Nate.
Didn't have that assignment that night. That's pretty cool. Good question, Sean.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Jarrett, what's your question?
Yeah, you talked about on the Holton Ahlers show that there was one guy in the stands you wanted to punch in the face during one game because of what they said about Holton. Has anybody been crazy enough to just say it directly to you?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because if they did, they are crazy.
No. Most people are not going to do that. I mean, and again, during the games, there's been times when the family's been in the stands and people have been really, really ugly around, and really maybe not necessarily knowing who everybody is.
Right.
I remember one of the stories, Peyton, who was in the stands, and some fans are really getting rowdy and ugly, and Peyton's 6'9", 6'10", 270, and strong as a bull, turns around and told him to shut up and sit down. And he did. So, or to the gym, that's what happened. Yeah. We'll stick with that.
It's not a good thing, but you get a false sense of security when you're typing things online or when you're yelling when you don't know what the person you're yelling about is around you. So you see less and less, I think, direct altercations, especially when the entire family is like 6'7" or taller. Tend to not mess with those guys. All right, Shirley.
You know, it's amazing. Keyboard warriors are
Yeah.
awesome people sometimes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Morgan, I'm going to ask you a dad question. So let's separate Holton, the football player, and Holton, the athlete. As Holton's dad, when was the angriest you've ever been at Holton that you're willing to share?
That's a great question. I'll be honest with you, really none of my boys I've gotten that angry with.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we've gotten into some arguments or disagreements, or when kids will be kids. But for the most part, I mean, I always told them, I said, you've got my trust until you break my trust. I'll always love you, and they never did. And no, I really don't. I mean, there's been some funny times when some things have happened. That playing in the yard. I can remember one time the boys were playing. Holt was probably 6 or 7 years old. They're playing football in the yard, and I want to say it might have been the older brother, Jordan. They were playing, and something happened. He either hit Holton or ran him over or something. Made him mad, okay? And Holton's the kind of guy that when you make him mad, if he was playing basketball, he starts clapping his hands. In baseball, you could tell when he started throwing a little bit harder. And football, you could tell a little bit when he was out there. But I remember they're playing in the front yard. I'm sitting on the front porch, and Holton, after he was crying, and he comes up and he stands and watches beside me and watches the game. And then they're still playing, and Jordan catches the ball, and he was running down the sideline right by the house, in front of Holton. And Holton steps out there and takes his fist and hits him right in the man parts. Drops him, okay? And the next thing I know, I see this 6, 7, 8-year-old towhead kid as fast as he can run heading for the woods.
That's awesome.
Oh, man.
I mean, not awesome for Holton's brother, but it's a great story.
What I told him, he was like, Dad, he hit me. I'm like, yeah, you deserve it. Okay. Now I got to go find him.
Oh, that's great. Good story. Great question, Shirley. I'll go back to football as we wrap it up. Morgan, you have seen a lot of coaches come through East Carolina, a lot of great assistants, offense and defense. Mm-hmm. Mike Houston has put together a good staff, but you're going to make it even better. Give me an offensive assistant and defensive assistant from ECU's past to add to this staff. Who would you add?
Lincoln Riley.
Okay, that's a good one to start with. I mean, on offense.
And defensively, I think if you could bring him back now, maybe a Chuck Pagano.
Oh, wow.
Here and under Steve Logan, and later the head coach coached a lot of different places. And was head coach for the Colts for a while.
Legendary. All right, Morgan.
Logan had a heck of a staff when he was here. Jagozinski and Pagano. And
was Georgia coach
Mark Richt.
Mark Richt. Wasn't he here, Morgan?
Mark Richt was here under
Bill Lewis.
I think it was Art Baker. I want to say it was Art Baker. Maybe I'm wrong, but if it was either Bill Lewis the first year or Art Baker's last. He's only here for 1 or 2 years.
Mark Richt. Let's see when he was here. 1989. So that was
Bill Lewis.
Bill Lewis. But you also had Kevin Gilbride was here under Art Baker. And Kevin Gilbride coached for many years in the NFL.
Remember him in the NFL.
As a coordinator. Yeah.
Didn't know he was here. Morgan, good stuff, man. We will talk to you again soon. Everybody check out the latest edition of the Holton Ahlers Show. Morgan Ahlers, their special guest. You can watch it on YouTube. You can hear it on Pirate Radio coming up at 6 or download it wherever you get your podcast. Thank you, Morg.
Thanks a lot, guys. You have a great weekend.
All right. The Big Pickle, Morgan Ahlers, joining us. Great job with the questions. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Y'all are good. Very good. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. We've got our advanced moving opponent preview. We'll get to know Tulsa a little bit with their longtime play-by-play voice of Bruce Howard. That's on the way after this.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina, letting you know about our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, certified vehicles, vehicles for every budget, starting at $799 and up. And don't forget, we have all your off-road accessories here with our Washington off-road packages. So bring your Jeep, Ram, or other maker model, and we will take care of your accessories for you. Also, check us out online at WashingtonCDJR.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
The Holton Ahlers Show.
You know, where we've put our baseball program, I mean, we have the third most wins of any Division I baseball team in the country since 2018. I didn't even know that until somebody sent it to me, and that's just because we have great people inside of our organization. I mean, if you're not the best character person, then you're not going to make it at East Carolina baseball, because one bad apple can ruin that culture, and you can't sustain the success that we have sustained here for the past few years if you don't have great people with your organization.
The Holton Ahlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need, from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Your Wood Ducks host the Myrtle Beach Pelicans August 6th through the 11th. Join us on Thursday for $2 natural lights, bush lights, and peanuts with the first pitch at 6:30 p.m. Join us Friday night for post-game fireworks presented by WNCT Channel 9, where the first pitch is set for 7 p.m. And on Sunday, come and enjoy dollar hot dogs and a $6 meal deal. First pitch is at 1 p.m. Get your tickets at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. Come enjoy some Wood Ducks baseball at a historic Granger Stadium in Kinston all weekend long. Go Woodies!
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Pirate Radio. Life's good, and why wouldn't it be?
Drink up for me, Aussie. Yo ho.
I'm a pirate after all. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Time for an advanced moving opponent preview. Alex Harper, he's got a scrimmage tomorrow, but he's here right now to tell us about our friends at Advanced Moving.
It's time for the Advanced Moving Opponent Preview. Choose less stress when it comes to moving and choose Advanced Moving and Storage. Locally owned and operated, exclusive shipments, so no sharing a truck, and guaranteed delivery dates. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com or call 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease with Advanced Moving and Storage. Pirates supporting pirates for over 20 years.
All right, joining us today on our Advanced Moving Opponent Preview is Bruce Howard, play-by-play voice of the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. He joins us here on Pirate Radio Live. Bruce, how you doing, man?
Good, Cliff. How are you doing, man?
Doing great. As we get closer and closer to football season, East Carolina having their first fall scrimmage coming up on Saturday, so we're excited about that. Talk to Mike Houston, see if he'll give us any nuggets or keep everything close to the vest like these coaches like to do. Before we talk about the 2024 Golden Hurricane, Bruce, let's look back at last year and 4-8 for Tulsa. Kevin Wilson there. What positives did you see coming out of last year and the expectations going into this season?
Well, and as you know, Clip, the final moment of the season was right there in Greenville as the Tulsa kicker booted one through for a Tulsa victory, and that was a good way to end the season, no question. The positives for Coach Wilson's first year, his tenure in the first year, was that he really brought a really solid display of discipline and accountability. Really did a very nice job of, and honestly, one of the things that Tulsa struggled with previously was academics, and boy, he got that straightened out as well. It's one of the highest GPAs Tulsa football has ever had over the last year or so. So all of those things were good, and then. Last year, Tulsa struggled with the quarterback position in regard to injuries. The first 3 games, they had 3 different starting quarterbacks, and it wasn't because necessarily of ineffectiveness. It was because guys got hurt. And then by the time the year was over, there were 4 different starting quarterbacks for Tulsa, including Kirk Francis, the true freshman, who played very well in Greenville against ECU on that final day. So, that was one of those things, they had to go through a lot of changes in terms of the quarterback position. We know that's such an important position. But I think the team got better and better. I think the team improved. And I think second year in, the vibe is even better. I think the vibe is really good this year as they get ready.
Is Francis in line to get the snaps this year? Kirk Francis returning a QB?
No, actually, it's a 3-man battle right now. And the other player that played quite a bit last year was Cardell Williams, who played in 9 games and started 3 or 4. In fact, played really well in the opening game after the Braylon Braxton, the first game starter, got hurt. So Cardell Williams is in the mix as well. And then a guy named Cooper Lega, who is a transfer from Utah State, who has started 15 games and has thrown for 32 touchdown passes in his career. So he's a graduate transfer, 1 year here at Tulsa. So it's a 3-way battle, and it really is. I mean, it's and all 3 have different things that they can do well. So I think it's going to be a really interesting fall camp here.
Boy, how about that, Pirate fans? We're a little anxious about a 2-man battle going on with Jake Garcia and Caden Hauser, a 3-man battle going on there in Tulsa. We're talking to Bruce Howard, play-by-play voice of the Golden Hurricane on the Advanced Moving Opponent Preview. How about offensively, some weapons you're excited to call games for this year, Bruce? Who are the guys on the outside and in the backfield that are going to make some plays?
Yeah, one of the good things is the running backs. The top 2 running backs are back, Anthony Watkins and Bill Jackson, and then some good young running backs to back those guys up. So I think they're in pretty solid position there. Wide receiver took a little bit of a hit. Carl Chester, Devin Williams, Marquise Shoulders, who are the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th leading receivers on the team yardage-wise, all hit the portal. Williams and Shoulders are at Houston right now. But the leading receiver last year, Camden Benjamin, who had a really good game in Greenville on that final day, over 100 yards in receiving. He is back. And then a really young, talented player who they really are high on and who is going to hopefully play a lot more. And if he gets the ball in space, he makes guys miss a lot. His name is Braylon Presley. He is going to be a solid player as well. Luke McGarry, a receiving tight end, is back. And for his second year, he was a freshman last year and showed a lot of promise. So they've got a couple of weapons coming back, but they do have some transfers coming in. A guy named Zion Steptoe is a receiver that should make his mark. He transfers in from Purdue. And as you all know, and as you all study, East Carolina or any team, boy, you've got to go back now and figure out, where these portal guys come from and what kind of a history they have and that sort of thing. And Zion's really a terrific kid, and his dad actually played at Tulsa. So we're really happy to welcome him back in. And a lot of times, as you know, it's a guy like Zion who couldn't get many snaps at Purdue because there's just a logjam at that position. So it's not that he was a poor player at Purdue, but he just never had the opportunity or the snap. So he'll get some here in Tulsa, and I think that's the case with a lot of players that come out of the portal from the so-called P4 conferences and drop down into schools like ECU and Tulsa.
Yeah, Bruce, you touched on it a little bit there, and I like to ask everyone when I talk to them here, because we see it at East Carolina. We focus more on who leaves more so than who comes in at times, but it is a two-way street. It's a revolving door, and the Pirates have lost some players to bigger programs. The Pirates have gained some players from smaller programs or bigger programs that are looking for playing time, like the gentleman you just talked about. So how about for Tulsa? How is Tulsa handling this new era of college athletics with the portal, with NIL? How's Tulsa keeping up with the Joneses?
I think they're doing a pretty good job. In fact, the interesting part, and this may be the case with East Carolina as well, but interesting thing about the portal is that so many major, if you will, P4 schools go after portal players and players that have already played on the Division I level. That ends up at the back end leaving a lot of high school players open for recruitment that normally would not have been recruited or would have been recruited by the P4s, but now are not being recruited, and they end up sifting down the cracks and coming to a place like Tulsa. Tulsa's recruiting class is as good as any of them. And, one of the things Tulsa does here in reference to the so-called NIL or paying the players and all that sort of thing, they actually have a fund here called the Case Fund, where they pay the players if they're successful in the classroom. So there's a pocket of money that they pay, but only if the kid is successful in the classroom. And I think, the player may be bristling at that, but I'll tell you what, if they're in the living room with mom and dad and the recruiting thing, that mom and dad like that for sure.
No doubt.
But the kid's only going to get paid if he gets his academics in order. So I think it's been pretty darn successful for Kevin Wilson, and it's worked out really well. But you're exactly right. I mean, you can just go down the list of players from Arkansas and UCLA and USC and Kansas. Just keep going down that list. And I think that's the kind of the way it is right now. And in fact, Tulsa had 16 players returning from last year's team. 16 and 54, 56 new guys. It's kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what you can say other than the fact that you welcome in a lot of new players, and you're almost becoming a JUCO coach. You don't know what you have. You welcome them in, and you do the best you can with them, and you hope you have a little chemistry. And I think Tulsa's done a really good job at that. I get a really good feeling about what I'm seeing out here in the. I call it the fall camp, but it's actually the summer camp when it's 103 degrees here.
And it's we've actually, speaking of Golden Hurricane, going through Hurricane Debbie, and hopefully that has bypassed us now, and we can get some scrimmage time in on Saturday. But yeah, it's been a hot one around here, Bruce, and you mentioned something there that, and it reminded me of our late great legendary friend Jeff Charles. He would always say, "Clip, if you don't keep up with the times, you get left behind." behind. So that's what's going on in college athletics right now. That's the challenge for all these coaches to keep up with what's going on and not get left behind. Speaking of getting left behind, a lot of these defenses in this league get left behind, Bruce. Who can make stops? East Carolina was able to make stops last year. They just couldn't move the ball and get first down. So that didn't help them at all. Tulane under Willie Fritz, they would play some defense and also some offense. That's why they won so many games. But who can make stops in this league? Can Tulsa make stops? How about the defensive side trying to keep up with all these big-time offenses in the American?
Yeah, it's a good point for sure. And yeah, ECU was really good last year. I remember watching that Rice game that was 10-9 into the fourth quarter. Just a really good defensive unit. And I think Tulsa will be pretty good. Like on the defensive line. Owen Ostrowski is a junior now, and he kind of anchors that defensive line. They've got a talented defensive lineman by the name of Montroy Malone, and then a transfer from a guy that went to UCLA in Indiana, Miles Jackson. He looks to make quite a bit of a mark. This is the second year for Chris Polizzi, who is the defensive coordinator, and certainly they'll get a little bit better, with him, and multiple defense, a lot of different looks for sure, and the linebackers look to be almost fully changed out, and they're all transfers, from different schools. So I think they're going to be really good. And then in the defensive secondary, they actually had a guy you may remember, Malachi Jones was a receiver for Tulsa last year. He's to the safety position now, and so he's playing safety at this point. And a former walk-on, Dane Hodge, who is just one of those little guys that just plays his heart out. He's going to be one of the big guys in the safety in the secondary as well. So I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be pretty good. I really believe, honestly, that the one position that it has the biggest question mark and has the fewest returning players will be on the offensive side and the offensive line, and we all know how important that is. That's certainly they're working hard at it, and a work in progress, obviously.
Bruce Howard joining us. To say Tulsa's non-conference schedule was a beast last year would be an understatement. Beating Arkansas Pine Bluff, nice road win at Northern Illinois. The other two matchups were against Oklahoma, and then Michael Penix and Washington, and of course did not get the W in those two games. It lightens up a little bit this year, but still a big one with Oklahoma State. Also Northwestern State at Arkansas State, at Louisiana Tech, rounding out the non-conference. Looking at the conference schedule, Bruce, you miss Memphis, you miss Tulane, so you'll certainly take that. You get UTSA at home. You do go to South Florida, who made a big jump last year. But overall, what's your take on the 2024 schedule for Tulsa?
Yeah, you're right on the non-league. Obviously Oklahoma State is a big game, but Tulsa gets them here on September 14th. Northwestern State obviously is one of those you hope you can win. But, the at Arkansas State and at Louisiana Tech, those are just not easy trips. They're not easy trips to make. They're not easy games. Those are teams that can beat you. So, that is not nearly as difficult as last year, but still challenging, for Tulsa. And they're playing at North Texas, and North Texas beat them pretty good up here last year. So, there's lots of different opportunities for victories during that schedule. And you're right, missing Memphis and Tulane probably is a good thing. We get ECU on Thursday, November 14th. So I think it's a schedule, where you can win. And as always in this league, Clip, it's like, almost every game is winnable and almost every game is losable. You rarely go into a game in the American Athletic Conference saying you have no chance to win. So and every game you go into, you always figure you have a chance to lose. So I think that's what makes the league great. I think that's what makes it all fun,
Bruce Howard joining us. Bruce, while I got you here, I hear the legend of the Gus Frerotte game when Tulsa played East Carolina. I am a Redskins football team, Commanders fan, and I first started watching week to week in 1995. So Gus Frerotte was really the first Washington quarterback I rooted for. I didn't know at the time that he had torched East Carolina 2 or 3 years prior to me rooting for him. But were you around during that time, Bruce? Because I hear it was like a weather game, and Gus just threw all over the Pirates. Do you recall that one?
Oh, absolutely. That was my first year.
Wow.
And the game was in Greenville, and it rained. It just poured the entire game. and Gus threw for something like 350 or 360 yards and 6 touchdowns. And a guy by the name of Chris Penn was a receiver.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little time in the NFL. He caught something like 4 of the touchdown passes for 269 yards. It was crazy. They threw the ball all over the lot. It rained the entire game, but not enough to affect necessarily the passing game. And yeah, I remember that one. And Tulsa ended up with the victory in that game, and that was a good one for them. That year, I think that season they were something like 4-6-1. So they had an okay year, but that was a team that had quite a bit of talent on it. As Gus Frerotte was a guy that made it to the NFL and had a good career, as did Chris Penn. I think there was probably 2 or 3 other players that had a chance to get into the NFL as well. That was 52. I'm looking at it right now, 52-26, and it was the last time Tulsa won that year.
Oh wow! Well, sorry to bring that up, Pirate fans, but wanted to walk down memory lane with Bruce Howard while he was here with us today on the show. Well, Bruce, man, looking forward to this season. A lot of changes across college football, and it's going to be wacky to see Texas and Oklahoma playing SEC games. Really weird seeing Cal and Stanford playing ACC games over here on the East Coast. But again, you kind of just got to go with the flow, I guess. When the games are being played, Bruce, I still love it as much as I always did. It's the off season where it can really irritate me with all this realignment and stuff going on. But the games are still fun. How are you kind of handling this new world of everything going on?
Yeah, I think you're right. The best part is when they kick off and you get to do what you like to do. The other stuff is disconcerting at times.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot you can do about it if you're in my position. But yeah, it's, if you're writing down conference affiliations and all that stuff, you better use a pencil. Use a pen.
Yes, sir.
You just never know. And indeed, it's, there are times anytime you look at something, all of a sudden the Arizona State flashes up and you go, you have to pause for a moment.
Sure.
Now, what league? I guess, okay, they're in the Big 12. It's one of those deals now. I suppose we'll get used to it at some point, but to know where these, even just to know at the snap of a finger where these teams have gone conference-wise can be a challenge at this point.
No doubt. We're going to have to kind of side-eye it to say, is this a conference game or non-conference? It's a little tricky now. Bruce, thank you so much for your time. We'll reconvene when the Pirates and Golden Hurricane meet later in the year, but have a good rest of your summer. Have some great calls this year, and we'll talk to you down the road, man.
All right, Clip, look forward to coming to Greenville again as sometime in the future. Thanks.
Thank you. Bruce Howard joining us, play-by-play voice, Tulsa Golden Hurricane on the Advanced Moving and Storage Opponent Preview. We'll take a break, come back, get our Fleet Feed rundown, have more for you, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live, when we return after this.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio. Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Want a great lunch with quick service?
Huckleburger.
Need a place to dine out with the family tonight?
Huckleburger.
The fastest full-service restaurant in town.
Huckleburger.
Huckleburger is committed to 3 core values: highest level of customer service, high-quality delicious food, and lightning speed. The Huckleburger menu features delicious burgers, cheesesteaks, chicken sandwiches, black bean burgers, salads, and much more. Huckleburger in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington.
Huckleburger.
Delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
Daydreaming of being on the water? The Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington is your place to get ready. This is Captain Bo Brooks with Pirate Waters Outfitter, and we are stocked up with the best selection of everything for the summer. Come in today for a new pair of Bahio sunglasses or a new color turtle box. You going fishing? We are stocked up with reels from Florida Fishing Product, new fly selections, and a full line of Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street in downtown Washington, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Looking for physical therapy near you? Have you had orthopedic surgery, a work or sports injury, or a medical condition that has limited your day-to-day activities? At ENC Physical Therapy, we strive to provide one-on-one care with a personalized treatment plan with little to no wait times for initial evaluation. ENC Physical Therapy is located in Washington, a convenient 20-minute drive from Greenville. As a patient, you have options and the right to choose where to go. So give ENC Physical Therapy a call today at 252-495-0018. ENC Physical Therapy.
You may be ready for the first 4 quarters, but are you ready for the 5th quarter?
Justice in Charlotte.
You know, we didn't just win tonight. We dominated a very respectable FCS opponent, and to win 44-0, first shutout in 23 years, and to do it in such a tough weather environment, it makes me proud as a fan.
Join us after every 4th quarter for the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open at noon, 7 days a week with live music. You can come enjoy sports trivia with Clip Brock every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday is local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9. And then on Thursday, it's a brand new lineup with singos starting at 8 p.m., followed by karaoke. Ladies, you get in free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. On Friday night, it'll be Hatchback performing, and then on Saturday, it's Cooper Greer. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Shirley. I bet Sean will make an appearance at the Buck this weekend.
Might be there.
And I'll be making one on Monday night for sports trivia. Looking forward to it at 8 o'clock. A-Harp, did you forget something? Oh, Fleet Feet. He wants to tell us about Fleet Feet. All right, go ahead.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, they run for you.
I think we've got 52 down. God, we still got a long ways to go. Man, we do a thumb through, Sean.
Don't tell me twice.
We're going to do a speed round, thumb through Toledo. Pretty sure we did them.
Yeah.
You did?
I talked about Nick Saban, I think. Maybe we didn't?
Yep, we did. We just did. I'm pretty sure we did.
Are you not writing them down after we do them?
Yes, you ask me that every time, and sometimes I forget. Most of the times I remember. Memphis. I don't think we've done Memphis.
We did. I said Mario Chalmers.
And Derrick Rose.
And there it is, bottom left, Memphis.
Ball State?
Okay.
I don't think so.
When I think of Ball State, I think of David Letterman.
All right, wow.
Okay.
And I think that's about all I got.
Ball State.
I just can't get past ball.
They are the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball State alumni. Chandler, where are they picked this year in the MAC?
They are picked in the MAC. Oh, this is not good. They are picked 8th.
Okay.
Buffalo, Akron, and Kent State are tied for last at 10, so they're technically like pretty much bottom of the barrel.
Blaine Bishop, I remember him from the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
Went there. Brad Maynard, a punter, went there. Bernie Parmalee, who I mentioned earlier in the show, who's a Panthers assistant coach now.
Willie Snead.
Ooh.
Willie freaking Snead.
Good call. Willie Snead, one of the more random fantasy receivers out of nowhere.
Had like good 6 games.
Yeah.
Do you remember that name?
Bonzi Wells?
No.
Who are you pointing at? Theron Smith? No.
Played for the Bobcats.
But I do remember Bonzi Wells for the Jailblazers. He was good. Baseball, Zach Plesac.
Alex Call of the Washington Nationals.
Not familiar. All right, so there's Ball State. Good preview. Do one more, John.
I love this. I love a good thumb through.
Do you?
Yes,
It's really a pointless exercise. I wish I'd have never started. Ooh.
Arkansas State. Why? Because I love picking random teams. And
Jared, what is Arkansas State's nickname?
Oh, man.
Are you good at nicknames?
I know. I can see their logo in my head right now. It's,
I can see it on your face.
What's it look like?
It's a wolf.
Okay.
Is it the Wolf Pack?
You're on to something, but not quite there. The Red Wolves.
Oh, all right.
But you had it in your head. I'll give you that.
Who is their head coach?
Oh,
once again, I got his face.
Rich Rod?
No.
He's at Jacksonville State.
Okay.
Can I give you a hint?
Well, then I don't know because that's who I was thinking
Can I
of.
give you a hint?
Yeah.
He almost came to East Carolina. He
Who?
was interviewed, I believe.
Rick Stockstill.
No. Coached in a Power 5 conference.
Kevin Wilson interviewed, but we just talked to Tulsa.
Coached at a Power 5 conference.
Brady Hoke.
No! All right, you got the first letter of the first name right. B.
Bobby Bowden.
No!
Billy Bob Thornton.
Bill Hicks.
How old are you, really?
I don't know.
God knows. Who is it?
His initials are BJ.
BJ, Brandon Johnson, Bobby Jones, Billy Jorts.
You got the last name right.
Arch Johnson.
You got the last name right.
Brad Johnson?
Jorts?
Jones.
Oh.
Jones. Butch Jones.
Butch Jones is their head coach.
That was fun.
Took a year.
Oh, man. 6-7 last year. And let's see where they fall. Are they in the Sun? Are they in the Fun Belt? I did not know they were in the Fun Belt. How about that? Let's see. Good gracious, man. This isn't good. They are picked. Oh, third in the West. So there's divisions. East and the West. They are third in the West.
Ooh.
Ahead of or behind Texas State and Louisiana.
All right, they got some cool NFL alums, starting with Demario Davis.
James Bradbury.
Really? Good call. How about J.D. McKissick? I like him.
James Bradbury? I thought he went to Stanford.
Says James Bradbury, Arkansas State. Could have transferred.
Cleo Lemon, old quarterback. All right, Arkansas State.
You remember Chris Odom?
Not really. Do you remember September.
Aye. Are we dancing in September? James Johnson.
You remember him? No. Chuck Malone. I don't know any of these people. Their most notable of them is Charlie Rich, American country singer. He looks really old, so I bet you know him.
Let me see a picture. Charlie Rich?
Yeah.
No, John Rich.
John Rich. Well, I saddle up my ball and I ride into the city.
You are right. James Bradbury went to Arkansas State and then transferred to Sanford.
Yeah.
Of course he's right.
And of course I'm right too.
SummerSlam review.
One, Austin Theory is really good at selling. He made Jelly Roll look like a star.
That jump on the choke slam was tremendous.
And then second takeaway, if it weren't for Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa would be bagging groceries.
One for Roman Reigns. Oh, he's nothing.
Nothing entertaining about him. Just a bland, big Samoan.
Yeah.
Arkansas State plays at Michigan, week 3.
Ooh, speaking of Michigan, did you see Harbaugh, honorary captain for week 1?
For what? Michigan?
Michigan Fresno State. He's honorary captain.
Let it. I mean,
are you serious?
Is he allowed to do that?
Yeah, he's suspended.
I don't know.
All right. Anything else on the rundown? Oh, Richmond preview.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
Sunday at 6.
Yeah. I think it's the Cookout 400. Very excited. Short tracks. NASCAR's back. It's just really nice.
Give me a couple winners.
All right. I'll go William Byron. William Byron and Ryan Blaney. Byron hasn't won recently. He got to a hot start this season, but hasn't really been able to find top 10, top 15, anything lately.
Is Denny Hamlin good at Richmond, or is that something I made up on my own?
No, they were playing the 2008 Richmond race before I came here, and he was tearing it up.
All right. So if they run that race, take Denny Hamlin.
Same car, same track, same guy.
I like Blaney, so give me Ryan Blaney for Sunday. Let's take our final break. We'll come back and wrap it up here on a Friday. Back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0000. 0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring entertainment by Greenville's 90s country tribute band, Should Have Been Cowboys.
Don't rock the jukebox. I want to hear some Jones.
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh!
Rock the jukebox.
If you think football never ends, then you belong with us. Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a good day for the stock market. They closed out the week as far as the Dow goes, up 51 points at 39,497. The NASDAQ was up 85 points at 16,745. The S&P was up 24 at 5,344. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Ball State's most famous alum, Jamie's mom.
Jamie's mom has got it going on.
Speaking of singing, we have to wrap up this show with a song for our fearless leader, Jonathan Ellerby.
Happy birthday, boss man.
It is his birthday. Without him, none of us are anything. So let's go on a 1, on a 2, on a 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ellerby. Happy birthday to you.
See, I just don't even bother at the back end.
Happy birthday, Jonathan.
Happy birthday, boss man.
Thank you for employing me.
Thank you for the opportunity you gave me 8 years ago.
Thank you for the opportunity. You're hard-nosed.
Hard-nosed, compete. We'll talk to Mike Houston tomorrow.
We'll talk to you Monday. Shirley, Jarrett, enjoyed it. Sean.
All right, man.
See you Monday. Crime. And we'll have a full recap of Saturday's scrimmage coming up Monday on Pirate Radio Live. Talk to you then. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate